Brought to you by Bank of Cushing.
By Bank of Cushing.
Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
It's time for Woodward Boomer Basketball on Z92.
In my book, we're going to be winners.
With the call of tonight's game,
The champ is here!
here's Tyler Riggs.
What time is it?
Hello and welcome everybody as we are at Cushing for regional action. Woodward taking on the consolation side of the bracket to begin the regionals, and not only that, but taking on the host Cushing to begin day one here at this afternoon at 1 o'clock and 2:30. Of course, girls and boys both in action, joined of course by Dakota Wagner as usual. And Dakota, obviously Woodward had a bit of a tough time in the districts against some really good Weatherford teams. Kind of, I would say knew you were going to be here, but figured this would be a possibility. Now it's win or go home time for the Boomers. A site that isn't quite wholly unfamiliar. These girls last year for Woodward came into this regional in the same situation, had lost in district to Oak City, and then ran through the regional consolation bracket to get to areas, ultimately falling to Bristow in that area. On the boys' side, the last couple of years have won in the districts, but have fallen in the regionals, being on the top side of that bracket, eventually into the consolation. I'd say for both teams today, though, some real opportunity to try to get some of that momentum rolling.
Oh yeah, you take a look at, Cushing's record on their girls' side, and what they have, their obstacles throughout the year they have come over, and what our girls have gone through, and the schedule matchups, and I think our girls might have just a slim advantage tonight, but you never know, it's playoffs.
That you do, and that's something you always got to be mindful of. The Cushing girls, to your point, 2-22 on the season. Woodward did see them in the Wheat Capital tournament. Woodward won on Friday in that tournament to get to the consolation championship game, which they would win there at the Wheat Capital, and it was a big day for Woodward. 67-38, that victory in the Wheat Capital over this Cushing squad. Caitlin Callanan for the Lady Tigers did lead them with 15-38, but didn't really quite get a ton of help. Woodward executed that game plan very well. Remember back in that tournament, it really was say, okay, if Callanan scores 15-20, that's fine. You just got to shut down everybody else, and that's exactly what Woodward was able to do. Cushing, for their part, on the girls' side last year, finished 3-21. They actually won day one of the regionals last year after getting beat districts, but then would lose day two. Mentioned the Woodward girls making that run through the regional bracket consolation side to take the consolation championship, ultimately get the area, fall to Bristow. For the boys, matchup ahead later at 2:30. Quickly over that, the Cushing boys 14-9 on the season. You look at their schedule, have beaten some solid teams, but maybe haven't quite faced the higher tier ranked teams that Woodward has played, and a team like Weatherford a few times, and teams like Alva, things of that nature. But the Cushing boys fell to Manford in their district, 62-43. The girls for Cushing did as well in terms of losing that district. That was 69-33. Last season for Cushing on the boys' side, they finished 18-8, won districts, but had lost back-to-back games in the regionals, similar to the Woodward boys last year. And of course, Woodward boys now 10-14 on the season, and just trying to get their first, if they could pull this off today, this would be the first regional win for the boys since the 2020 season, where they had won 20 games overall in that season. So it'll be interesting to see what both squads can accomplish here today. Again, the girls tipping off first at 1 o'clock. The boys follow at 2:30. We'll have all the action both on Z92 and Boomer TV coming up this afternoon. Let's step aside for the first break, come back and take a deeper dive into the Cushing Lady Tigers. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
For more than 20 years, Northwest Glass has served Northwest Oklahoma with all their glass and door needs, including vehicle and equipment, windshield replacements and chip repairs, rekeying locks, and window and door repairs and installations. Call 256-4324 or stop by 611 Texas Avenue for all your glass and door needs. Good luck, Boomers.
When you want the best pricing and no gimmicks on office supplies, furniture, electronics, and gifts, do yourself a favor. Stop by Divine Stationery and Radio Shack in Woodward at 2121 Oklahoma Avenue or call 580-256-7040. Serving Northwest Oklahoma since 1939.
Are you looking for an easy payment solution for your business? With Bank 7's business online banking, they provide a comprehensive and integrated approach to cash management across your devices. You can approve ACH and wire transfers as well as bill payments, all from your mobile phone. So whether you're at the office, the airport, or anywhere in between, they give you powerful, convenient, and secure tools to run your business from anywhere. For more info, call Bank 7 at 580-254-0100 and speak with a business banker today. Mobile data rates may apply. Member FDIC.
I suddenly collapsed. I could hardly breathe. Everything went dark.
I'm going to help you. I'm calling 911.
Thankfully, 2 rings of light landed on my chest, and I was brought back to life. A stranger, a this hero touched my heart and saved my life. Our hands are wings of life. Learn hands-only CPR. Visit heart.org/CPR heroes.
And welcome back to Cushing. Wagner Tyler Riggs with you as we get set for the first game of regional. Woodward Boomers taking on the Cushing Lady Tigers. Looking a bit deeper into both these squads. We mentioned the Cushing girls 2-22 on the season. Coached by Mason Body, his first season with the squad. And trying to get this program rolling. They've kind of, I say, fallen on some hard times. The last few years have not been the best in terms of win-losses, and just haven't quite been able to get some of that talent developed. They've had some players, just haven't quite been able to put it all together. And, you know, we already mentioned her a little bit, but Caitlin Callahan, Dakota, the senior, very, very solid player. Really could go inside and out. I mean, she did that at the week capital. Could take it off the dribble, pull it for the jumper, could take it inside. Really, their attack is going to focus around her whenever possible. It's just the rest of the core. You know, you look at girls like Ellen Donato, look at girls like Kinsley Williams, as well as Morgan Franklin. That's a couple of juniors and a senior there. They're solid players, but sometimes just not as consistent. And, you know, because of that, Cushing just quite hasn't been able to finish some of those games this year.
You know, it's kind of like, you know, she has that help, but at certain times you're just going to have to take it yourself, you know, attack the rim and kind of a one-woman show. But, you know, despite their record, I'm kind of curious to see, you know, how they're going to do in this regional because, you know, despite last year, their record, they were able to get W. And so, you know, you never want to count the team out like this.
Absolutely not. That's, you know, great point. Backs are against the wall. Playoffs times come. We talked about with the Woodward squads last week on the coach show saying, hey, 0-0 wants to get the playoffs right now. You know, you can't afford to lose another game. You're going to see every team put it all on the court in these regionals, especially on the consolation side. And,
you know, for them to do that last year and send a team home there in the first round, it kind of, you know, turns your head a little bit and makes you question, you know, what you can really bring to this team. And, you know, credit to Cushing, again, you're at home. You have that home advantage. You have the pep club that's starting to, you know, file in as well as their cheerleaders that are going to come out. So this place is going to get electric, and, you know, it gets loud in here.
Definitely will. I heard as we were walking in that they're going to have essentially kind of those later hours of the day check out a little bit, some of the classes. So to your point, the pep club, you're going to have plenty of students here cheering on. You're going to have the Cushing parents, and, you know, they're going to have a full-on home crowd advantage for this regional. There's no question about that. And on the Woodward side, girls into this at 9-15 on the season. It really just, again, we talked about Dakota, it seems like a lot, but that stretch close the season was tough in terms of the quality of teams you had to play, as well as, you know, trying to figure out things after knowing you won't have Bradley Douglas Fisher. That being said, it's kind of a fresh start in this regional, right? You get through that insane gauntlet of the ranked teams you had to play. Now you can look at this consolation bracket and say, no matter who we play, they're not going to be as tough as a Weatherford, as an Alva, as a Kingfisher, and some of those squads, a Duncan.
Yeah, so, you know, you have the little extra slither of hope, but while we have a minute, we're going to throw it away because we have the national anthem.
Yes, they've got the national anthem. We'll get the start lines as well here in just a second. We'll turn over for the national anthem.
Please direct your attention towards the American flag. As we take this opportunity to pay tribute to the Stars and Stripes of America with the pledge of our national anthem.
And there was the national anthem played for us here at the Cushing Regional. Woodward, the road team, of course, to start the regional, and they are wearing the road black uniforms, the black tops, black bottoms, got some of the gold striping as well down the sides of the jersey, and the numbers and text gold. For the Boomers, the starting lineup, the senior, Lily Luckett, the sophomore, Lexi Mendel, the senior, Jocelyn Treese, the senior, Riley Moore, and the freshman, Kaylee Mills, the starting five. The same lineup we've essentially seen down the stretch the last few weeks of the regular season for the Boomers. And, of course, coached by Lacey Moore, second year in the playoffs with this squad under her leadership and trying to get back to areas are the Boomers here today. For Cushing, on the Lady Tigers side, we see the junior Kinsley Williams in the starting lineup. Coach Cushing wearing the home white uniforms here today. We've also got, as well, Emily Turner, the sophomore in the starting lineup for Cushing. It is the senior Morgan Franklin. It is the junior Ella Nanato and the senior Caitlin Callanan for Cushing, of course, coached by Mason Body. So for the Boomers, the five, Luckett, Mendel, Treese, Moore, and Mills. And for the Cushing Lady Tigers, you get Williams, you get Turner, Franklin, Nanato, and Callanan, the starting five for both squads. Good facility here in Cushing. Nice gym, not gonna lie. A lot of space, got some good angles, so we appreciate them for taking care of us on that. As we're behind the scorers table, but up on top. So looking essentially at center court. And Dakota, quickly before we get to the tip, what's a big key in your mind for this Boomer squad to try to take home the W today?
Got to stay a little physical the entire, four quarters. Got to get shots up, not making those forced shots, not making those mental mistakes, keeping your head up during those tough times, and just, all around playing physical basketball.
We'll see how they fare as the Boomers go left to right in this first half. Cushing goes right to left in front of us as it's Moore in the center against Nanato. Tip one is controlled by Cushing to begin the game as Williams takes it on the high right wing. Top of the key, guarded by Treese. Picks up the dribble, looks left side to Nato. Pass off the mark as Nanato was trying to cut in. Instead goes out of bounds into the Boomer bench, and they force the turnover in the first 10 seconds.
That's what you like to see. Boomers bringing it early on.
So Luckett inbounds to Treese for the Boomers in front of their own bench as they go left to right. Treese jogs across the timeline, goes on the wing to Moore right side, dumps it into Mills on the block. And the paint double team, poked at, triple team, kicks it out to Luckett in the right side, pumps the three, drives into the lane, puts up the shot, fouled, and they call a block on Callanan. So she picks up her first foul, and to the line goes Lily Luckett. So that's first foul of the ball game, and that'd be big. Get Callanan foul trouble early for the Boomers.
Good job there by Luckett, just driving into the basket and creating that shot.
Her first free throw falls in, so Lily Luckett on the board for the Boomers to begin the regional. And they lead 1-0, 7:34 to go in the first quarter. Do want to, of course, mention over on K101 right now, Kate Kennedy has coverage of the Class B area at the Stride Bank Center. Got a good one on hand with Arnett and Leedy, two top 10 girls squads, one of them going home today. Second free throw by Luckett falls in as well. So the Boomers lead a 2-0. They apply the press as Nanato with the crossover near the timeline gets across, tries to dump it, and the paint ball's loose. It's on the ground. It's a fight. Nanato originally picks it up, but it gets tipped over to Lily Luckett, and the Boomers come up with it. As Luckett sends it to Moore, and they work it ahead to Treese on the right side of the court. In the corner goes to Mills. Pumps, kicks out near top the key to Moore. Goes to Luckett over on the left side. Finds Treese beside her. Picked up man-to-man defense for Cushing to start. Callanan guarding Treese. As Moore receives the pass, top key, guarded by Nanato. On the right wing, Mills takes it. She's looking to pass. Hands behind her to Mendel. 6:45 to go first quarter. Boomers on top. Excuse me, just 1-0, I guess. Luckett did not make the second free throw. As on the right wing, Mills with it, looking to attack into the paint, drives, puts up the shot over the double team. It's no good off the side of the rim and rebounded by Emmy Turner, and Cushing pushes ahead. Or excuse me, it is two. I was looking at the fouls. Goodness, I apologize. I am off my rocker today. Got the fouls on top of the scores. That's unusual. I apologize. 6:20 to go in the first quarter. Cushing back the other way. And a say a tip ball as it goes out of bounds. Boomers last to touch.
Had to do a little double take myself.
Yeah, that threw me off. I saw Luckett make the second free throw.
I was kind of confused because, home, it said 1. I was like, wait a minute.
Well, usually.
Yeah.
Oh, they did call a foul on the Boomers. I apologize. So, foul apiece for each team. Cushing still with it on the right side. Callahan on the wing, drives in the paint, puts up the floater and splashes home. Kaylin Callahan ties it up for Cushing at 2-all. 6:05 to go in the first quarter. As the foul for the Boomers was on Mendel, so that's her first. Back the other way as Woodward has it. 2-all, 5:55 to go first quarter. On the right side, Treese takes it in the corner, guarded by Callahan. Up top to middle, thinks about the shot, guarded Tiley. Now turns, drives into the lane, puts up the runner off the glass and in for Lexi Mendel.
Tough shot, tough shot.
Good look as Mendel picks up her first basket, makes it 4-2. Boomers on top, presses on as Neneto and Williams play catch in the back court. Williams gets a strip by Mendel, but no, they say a timeout. I think granted by Body before the steal. Is that what they called? They do. Body was right next to the official and called that about a split second ahead of the steal. So 5:32 to go first quarter. A timeout. Boomers lead 4-2. We'll take it with them. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
Life never stops moving. Between the 30-minute commutes, daycare pickups, and that weekend trip to Grandma's, you're racking up the miles. What you need is a tire that can keep up, like the exceptionally long-lasting Michelin Defender tire. With an 80,000-mile warranty and the safety you expect, you can lose track of the miles and focus on what really matters, the memories made along the way. Stop in today at 2220 Main in Woodward to see your local Michelin dealer, Pipe Lanes Tire.
Out of the timeout, the Lady Tigers with possession for Cushing as they trail 4-2 on the inbounds far side. Taking the pass was Franklin, but the Boomers come up with the steal. Jocelyn Treese races ahead, flips it left side. Mendel launches the three near the corner. That's off the side of the rim. Rebound tracked down by the Lady Tigers, and it is Turner with possession as she flips it back to Williams. Across the timeline, top key, goes right side, Callahan open, launches the deep three. It's off the mark. No, it rattles in. It went high twice off the back iron and falls, and Callahan got fouled. It's a 4-point play potentially for Cushing, as Cushing takes the 5-4 lead and Callahan to the free throw line.
It's kind of one of those slow motion moments where that ball just bounces, and finally rattles in. Credit to Callahan.
2 fouls on Lexi Mendel now. That's her second. She's got both for the Boomers.
It's not good for the Boomers. Don't want to get Mendel in foul trouble early.
Now, they called the foul, but they're not saying it's an and one. This is interesting. So they're giving them a side. That's okay. They're giving them a far side inbounds. So they're saying the foul occurred after a shot off the inbounds. Cushing turns over. Treese comes up with the steal, drives down the left side to the block, turns around, puts it up off the glass. It's strong. The rebound taken by Mendel. She tries the second chance and is blocked. Effective. Cushing comes up with it as Williams down the right side into the paint for the shot. It's swatted as well, but it bounces to Turner for the Lady Tigers on the right side. Stolen away by Luckett, who then gets fouled. Lily Luckett, nice move to rip it away and then draw the full court foul. As it looks like they get that on Kinsley Williams, her first, team second. Oh, number 10, that'd be Turner, excuse us. So that's her first, team second. Boomers trail 5-4, but they have possession. 4:40 to go in the first quarter as Cushing with their own press. Mills gets it near the timeline, gets it across as the Tigers back off. Top of key, flips over to Mendel at the Cushing C. Left side to Treese, dumps it down to Moore on the block, guarded by Neneto. Puts up the shot through a bit of contact. It rolls out. Rebound controlled by Moore, trying to flip it over to Luckett. Passes too far, stolen ahead is Morgan Franklin for the layup and got it. Cushing extends their lead. Makes it 7-4. Boomers with the second chance, couldn't come up with it. Woodward back the other way, top the key. Treese goes right side to middle, in the corner to Mills. Looking to pass, but guarded tightly by Franklin. Up to Treese, straight away for the three off the back iron. Rebound fought for, picked up by Mills. She's in traffic, trying to fight up for the shot. Bounces over to Treese on the left block, off the glass and in. Treese with her first basket makes it 7-6.
Smart pass there by Kaylee Mills.
Good pass, for sure. As Cushing back with it, 3:45 to go first quarter, and the Boomers tip it out of bounds as it was attended in the left side to Nenato, but they swatted it away into the Boomer bench.
And then transition for Kaylee Miller. She hustles down the court and swats it away.
Callahan steps out, gives way to Amaya Bridgman, the junior. As on the side out inbounds, Bridgman near side in front of the Boomer bench, throws it top of the key to Franklin. They're working inside to Bridgman, trying to get it back out, loses the handle, stolen away by Treese for the Boomers. She races ahead, doesn't quite have the numbers, kicks it left side to middle of the corner, on the dribble, drives into the paint, going through a few Tigers, stripped away, that's loose, and last touch by the Boomers as they couldn't save it for rolling out of bounds. So Cushing takes back possession, leading 7-6, 3:26 to go first quarter. As Nenato near side in front of the Cushing bench inbounds to Williams, and they try to push it ahead across the timeline with the dribble. Double team is Williams. As soon as she gets across, her pass batted, stolen away by Mendel. Flips ahead to Moore, 2-on-1. Moore down the left side, fouled hard by Williams as she tried to go for the shot. So Kinsley Williams picks up the foul. That's her first, and it sends Riley Moore to the line for the Boomers. 3:10 to go first quarter, trying to get back on top as they trail 7-6. Moore's been strong down the stretch for the Boomers, well in double figures on most nights. First free throw, though, catches the left side of the rim and goes out. So it remains 7-6. Boomers trail by 1 as Williams checks out, gives way to Callahan. Second free throw, 4 more, couple dribbles. Collects, dips, and shoots. That one splashes home, so she splits the pair, ties the ball game at 7 with 3:10 to go in the first quarter. Cushing back the other way, facing the press from the Boomers at midcourt. Callahan's pass batted by Moore, but picked up by Nenato down the left side. Throws on the paint, that's stolen away by Lexi Mendel. Boomers get it right back. Mendel trying to push ahead. On the right side, on the wing, with the dribble. Dumping it down to Mills, pass a bit off. Who was the last touch by? They say Cushing got a piece of it, stays with the Boomers. So Woodward on their end, has it on the inbounds beneath the right block on the baseline. Lily Luckett, the trigger person. Dumps it inside to Moore, cut into the paint, got it up off the glass and in. Riley Moore with 3 points, and the Boomers take the lead 9-7.
Beautiful find there.
Good cut by Moore to free herself up. Good pass by Luckett. And now facing the press the other way, Cushing. Nenato far side, loses the handle momentarily, collects it. They work it back to Callahan on the left side, cross court right side, over to Emery Powell, the freshman. Up to Callahan, straight away for 3. It's off the back iron, rebound taken by Riley Moore, but she's triple teamed immediately and gets fouled nearly full court. Coach Body not liking that. As Moore came down strong with it, and they get for the foul, the first on Nenato. That's foul number 4 in the quarter for Cushing. 1 more, the Boomers have free throws the rest of the quarter.
Williams will check in, as well as Franklin.
It's Morgan Franklin back to the ball game, the senior, and Kinsley Williams, the junior. Boomers facing the press from Cushing full court. Mendel takes the inbounds pass, finds Mills to Tree, still in the deep corner. Works it to Luckett near the timeline. Luckett pushes ahead across it, takes a bump, but breaks the count. Top of the key, swings it left side to Mendel. Gets a high screen, now faces a double team. Rolls around top of it, finds space in the paint, drives, puts it up off the glass and in. Patient move by Lexi Mendel results in the bucket from the right side. The Boomers lead 11-7. Minute 55 to go first quarter. Back the other way for Cushing. On the right side, Callahan driving on the baseline. They say she stepped out, or they say it's a foul on the Boomers.
I believe they're going to have a, the Boomers knocked it out of bounds.
Okay.
Their foot was on the baseline when we touched the ball.
So that is the call. As Cushing keeps possession, no foul, just an outbounds last touch by the Boomers. As underneath, Franklin on the right block, dumps it free throw line to Nenato, pulls up for the fadeaway jumper off the back iron strong. Rebound taken by Kaylee Mills. She pushes ahead, has the 2-on-2, dumps it over to Luckett, left block for the layup.
The Boomers are just playing smart basketball right now.
Moving it calmly as well. 13-7, Woodward's opened up to a 6-point lead, largest of the ball game thus far. Back the other way, Callahan, right corner, launches the 3. It's well strong. Rebound on the backside by Nenato, and she's fouled hard on the way up. Shot off the mark, but Ella Nenato to the line for 2 free throws for Cushing. Minute 28 to go first quarter. We'll see who they tag for the Boomers as they get Riley Moore her first. It's the third of the quarter for Coach Body taking the opportunity to talk to his players. Everybody except Nenato at the line. First free throw for her, rails around and rolls out. So it remains 13-7, Woodward on top. Neneto gets the ball for the second free throw. Dribbles a couple times, spins it, collects, dips, and shoots, and that falls in. So her first basket. She's got a point, makes it 13-8. Boomers on top, back with it the other way down the right side. Treese firing to Moore, pass batted out of bounds by Neneto. As Woodward keeps it. On the near side in front of the Cushing bench, Lily Luckett, the trigger person, sends it to Treese near the timeline, top of the key. Guarded tightly by Williams as she races to the left side in the corner to Mendel. Mendel picked up by Callahan. Free throw line finds Mills on the right block. Trees for the baseline jumper. It's a bit strong off the side of the rim. Picked up by Neneto on the backside for Cushing. Poked at. Callahan takes it and goes ahead to Williams as she breaks the press across the timeline. Top of the key. Attacks in on a crossover dribble. Puts up the runner. That's off the back iron. Rebound scooped up by Riley Moore for the Boomers. Feeds ahead to Mendel. Doesn't quite have the numbers. Checks up at the left wing. 50 seconds to go in the first quarter. Moore has it top of the key. Right side finds Treese on the wing. Treese looking to pass with the dribble. Now works back around as they find Luckett up top. Zips it down to Treese, left block. Makes a move into the basket. High off the glass. It's too strong. Collects her on board. Pokes it back up. Falls off the front of the rim. Getting a third chance at it. A whistle and a foul underneath. And that's maybe number 5 on Cushing. If it is, the Boomers head to the line with 32 seconds remaining in the quarter. And that is the case as they get Williams for the foul. That's her second, the junior. And Treese at the line for 2 free throws, looking to add to the 13-8 lead for Woodward. 32 seconds remaining first quarter. First free throw on the way, splashes home. Treese with 3 points. 14-8, Boomers on top.
And we got 30. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, 32 seconds, you're right. They got 32.6, or 06, I should say. Second free throw for Treese, splashes home as well. She's got 4, and the Boomers lead 15-8. Cushing back the other way, facing pressure. They get across the timeline, but the pass to the corner, batted out of bounds by Kaylee Mills. Read it as it was intended to Morgan Franklin. 25 seconds to go first quarter. Cushing on the far side. Williams, the trigger person. Throws it, top of the key, finds Bridgerman. Left side to Franklin, left corner to Callahan. Guarded tightly by Luckett, 18 seconds. Swing it over to Neneto, right wing, 15 seconds. Attacking into the paint, poked at, ball's loose, and they say off of Neneto with 12.5 seconds remaining in the quarters. The Boomers get it back with the chance to end the quarter with another bucket. Could push the lead to 10 with a 3 or 8 with the 2. Treese at the timeline with 7, fires to Mills, dumps it down to Mendel, who is cutting for the end one as she gets it off the glass. Lexi Mendel, beautiful ball work by the Boomers as it went to Treese, to Moore, to Mendel. She's got 6, does Lexi, and has a chance for the 3-point play at the line.
Not only does she do all that, Tyler, she helps the lady she ran over underneath the basket up.
And it was Caitlin Callahan who picked up her second foul, and Mendel makes the free throw to make it 18-8, 4 seconds on the inbound. Cushing launches at the end of the corner with Williams, and it's off the mark. And the Boomers in the first quarter on the high side, up 18-8 after 1. Step aside for break, come back for the second quarter. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
Tackle an endless to-do list every day. It may seem like a thankless job, but you know better. It's the little things that matter most. That's why you'll appreciate the enduring value of the Michelin Defender tire. Designed for doers like you, Michelin's longest-lasting tire keeps you on the go longer, so you have one less thing to worry about on your next road trip. Stop in today for miles of uncompromised safety and performance. Visit your local Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire at 2220 Main in Woodward.
Are you living with pain and discomfort in your feet, legs, thighs, or butt? It may be a sign of a serious health problem called peripheral artery disease, or PAD. The most common symptoms of PAD are burning, aching, numbness, or discomfort in your leg or hip muscles while walking. A higher quality of life is possible. If you have any kind of recurring leg pain, talk with your doctor. Describe when it happens and how it feels. Go to heart.org/PAD to learn more.
Back at Cushing on Z92, Tyler Riggs. As the Boomers on the high side 18-8 after the first quarter and closed that quarter on a strong run and really executed it down the stretch. Those last 3 minutes of the quarter, Dakota Woodward finishes, or excuse me, last 4 minutes of the quarter finish on a 14-1 run.
That's what you like to see, and the Boomers will have a substitution here to start the second quarter. Michelle Ibarra has checked into the ballgame.
Takes out the freshman Kaylee Mills. Boomers start with the possession, begin the second quarter. Treese drives right side, looking to Ibarra on the block. Ball's loose, poked at, and they say out of bounds. Last touch by the Boomers as Ibarra went to the ground to try to scoop it up. So Cushing forces the turnover on the first possession for Woodward in the second quarter. As Cushing the other way, facing the press, Callahan in the backcourt, feeds ahead to Williams on the near side. And they say she went over and back, crossed her foot over the line, then stepped back, and that's a turnover for Cushing. As Boomers get it right back on the press.
And that's what they wanted. They wanted to create a quick turnover, and they did.
Something that affected Cushing in the week capital tournament. Woodward really brought the heat with the press. Cushing wasn't able to overcome it. As Treese takes the inbounds pass from Luckett. Top of the key, goes left side to middle. In the corner, Moore picked up tightly by Neneto and fouled as Neneto reached in to poke it away. So for Neneto, that is her second foul. So 2 for Callahan, 2 for Neneto, and 2 for Williams for Cushing. On the far side, Luckett, the trigger person, finds a bar on the left elbow. Left wing back to Luckett. Guarded tightly by Remy Powell, the freshman. Top of the key, goes to Mendel. Drives below the free throw line, pulls up for the jumper off the front of the rim. Ibarra with the second chance, that's off the mark. Rebound fought for, and a jump ball underneath. The possession error should favor Cushing as the Boomers begin with the possession to start the second quarter, and that it does. So Cushing gets it back as Callahan steps out, gives way to Grayson Presley, the sophomore, who triggers on the inbounds to Neneto. Boomers set up in the press. They go right side. Powell takes it at the timeline, tied up though, as Treese and Luckett on her, and that's back to the Boomers on the possession arrow. Good move by Woodward on the press.
It's 2 turnovers the Boomers have forced in just this 50 seconds, in the second quarter.
As they get it back, and that is what you want to see if you're Coach Moore, just forcing those turnovers essentially. On the left block, Moore takes pass, drives to the paint, puts it off the glass and in. It's an and one for Riley Moore. And Riley Moore with a nice drive goes to the line to push the lead for the Boomers to potentially 13. As the third foul charge to Ellen Neneto for Cushing. Moore at the line with 5 points thus far.
If you can take Neneto out of this ballgame, she brings a lot of size to this roster.
As she does come out, it gives way to Tears of Wade. Talk about tallest player on their team. Long lives, but just a sophomore. As Moore collects for the and one free throw, dips and shoots. That bounces around the rim. The front hits the back iron of the glass and rolls in. So Moore makes it to give the Boomers a 21-8 advantage. 7 minutes left in the first half. That's Cushing the other way, trying to get it up to the timeline. Pass batted, stolen away by Riley Moore. Boomers take it back. Moore checks up, top key, feeds to Treese, drives from the left wing into the left block, puts it off the glass and in. Good take by Jocelyn Treese. Nobody picked her up. She's got 6. Boomers lead by 15, 23-8. Cushing again dealing with the press in the backcourt. Williams has a timeout called quickly by Coach Mason. Body didn't like it as Williams was facing pressure. 6:36 remaining in the first half. Woodward on top 23-8. Let's step aside on this timeout. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
What is your healing power? Helping veterans with PTSD, traumatic brain injuries, depression, anxiety, or loneliness? Is your healing power a simple, heartfelt letter or being a volunteer? At healvets.org, you can find out more about the healing power of pen pals, volunteers, and therapy kits. Help Heal Veterans has been helping veterans heal. What is your healing power? Find out at healvets.org, sponsored by Help Heal Veterans.
Back on Z92, Boomer TV is Woodward on top 23-8, 6:36 remaining in this first half. Woodward went on a big run to end the first quarter, 14-1 after they were trailing 7-4, and have continued that roll to begin the second quarter thus far. As the press continuing to affect the Cushing Lady Tigers very heavily. Coach Body did like it, had to burn a timeout to make sure Cushing kept possession. They're in the backcourt with it. Far side, Bridgman, the trigger on the inbounds. Gets it ahead to Cora Eilers in the ball game. They work it right side back to Bridgman all the way for the three. It's off the mark, too strong. Rebound picked up by Moore underneath, but a jump ball forced as she was tied up with a couple of Lady Tigers. And the possession arrow keeps it with Cushing.
Jump ball, possession arrow, Lady Tigers.
As beneath the left block, Bridgman, the trigger person, on the baseline. Scanning, counts up to about 4. Finally throws it in to Franklin. Back in the left corner to Bridgman. They work it around top side to Williams. Picked up by Treese. Boomers with the man defense. Williams back to the Cushing C. Counts on there, gets a high screen, goes around it right wing, pulls up for the 3, off the dribble, and it rims out just barely. Rebound picked up by Bridgman, her second chance off the mark, and the Boomers scoop up the board with Michelle Ibarra. She feeds to Riley Moore, top key Moore, angles to the free throw line, cut off to Treese, behind her. 5:56 to go first half. Boomers on top 23-8. Treese feeding to to Ibarra in the paint, and it's knocked out of bounds last touch by Cushing. Boomers retain possession. As Treese beneath the right block on the baseline. Trigger person. Scans, finds Luck at right wing. Thought about the 3, pumps, drives, pulls up for the mid-range jumper. Got blocked, collected it back for a shot. Too strong over the rim. Scooped up by Williams, and Cushing feeds ahead to Bridgman. Right side, double team. Throws it off of Moore's foot. Now it's on the ground. Whistle and a jump ball force. Boomers get the possession on the arrow. So quick recovery defense after the miss for Woodward results in essentially a turnover for Cushing.
Still hasn't let Cushing have a basket here in this second quarter.
No, sir. So far shut them out 5-0. 5:33 to go in the half. Boomers up 23-8. Ibarra left block takes it, trying to drive, gets poked at, gets batted out, top the key to Moore. Right wing, Treese launches the 3, hand in the face, and it rattled in. Jocelyn Treese in rhythm. She's got 9. Boomers make it 26-8. 5:15 remain in the half. Cushing back that way across the timeline. Ooh, and a violent tie-up as get thrown to the floor was Morgan Franklin. Heard Riley Moore got tied up, and Moore didn't mean to, but trying to rip away that ball through Franklin to the court.
Yeah, it kind of gives her a pat on the back, make sure she's all right.
Yeah.
And you talk about getting run over.
Hey, Riley Moore, again, one of the kindest people you meet off the court. That switch flips when she gets on the court.
Got that dog in her.
She does. She turns on that competitive spirit. As the possession arrow keeps it with Cushing on the jump ball. They trigger on the inbounds. Williams, top the key, finds Bridgman. Work it right side in the corner to Powell. They swing it left side to Williams on the wing. Picked up by Treese, the man. Directing traffic, throwing into the paint, looking for Turner. It's off her hands. Rebound, or not the rebound, but a loose ball. Fought for, and they say last touch by the Boomers, as there was a moment where Luckett and Turner were both looking at it on the baseline trying to figure out whose last touches. It was just spinning for a second.
Turner thought she had it out of bounds, I think, and Luckett was just trying to recover it.
On the inbounds, left corner, 3 on the way for Bridgman. Too strong, backside though, Powell scoops it up and in. Or excuse me, Eiler scoops it up and in. So Cora Eiler with her first basket makes it 26-10. Boomers still on top. Back the other way, top the key to Moore. Left side, Mills. In the corner, Treese scanning, gets a high screen from Ibarra, drives in the long 2 from the left baseline. That's short off the side of the rim. Rebound scooped up by Neneto as Cushing pushes ahead. 4:25 remaining in the first half. Boomers on top 26-10. Driving Williams puts up the long floater just below the free throw line, and it's too strong. Rebound fought for, jump ball, possession arrow gives it to Woodward. So they get it back as Lexi Mendel checks in for Lily Luckett. As Mendel the trigger into Jocelyn Treese on the possession. Jog across the timeline, pounding that dribble. Feeds over to Moore, or to Mendel, excuse me. Goes to Mills left side on the baseline. To Ibarra, double team, top of key. Finds Treese, has to track it down near the scorer's table. Goes right wing to Mendel. They don't cover. Pulls up for the 3 off the dribble. That's off the left side of the rim. Rebound, fought for, and it's poked out by Cushing. Last touch by Cora Eiler, the junior.
I feel like the 3 ball is kind of starting to open up for the Boomers.
If it's open, I mean, why not take it? Even if they're not falling, a few of them will eventually.
Got a 16-point lead.
26-10, Boomers on top. Left corner, Treese feeds it down to Ibarra. Faces pressure from Neneto. Back out to Treese. Top the key, Mendel. Swinging it right side to Moore. On the baseline, double team. is Mills in the paint. Ibarra, it's poked at, stolen away by Williams as she pushes ahead for Cushing. 2-on-2. Williams, a little Euro step into the paint. Goodness, I got tied up just like she did as it was off the mark. Boomers come up with the board as Trees cross the timeline, top the key. 3:25 to go first half. Boomers on top, 26-10. Moore takes pass, left side, dribbles, gets below the free throw line, pulls up for the jumper, it rattles out. Rebound scooped up by Cushing, and Eilers is poked at. Mills battling with her, gets it over to Williams. Feeds right side to Bridgman. They swing it left side to Nato, picked up by Ibarra. Nato trying to drive, crosses over, gets into the paint, puts up the floater, it's off the mark, but fouled hard is Nato. And Ella Nato to the line for 2 shots for Cushing. So they pick up for the Boomers on the foul. And that's on Mendel. That's number, they only got it for 2. I thought that was number 3. Maybe a break there for the Boomers. So Mendel had 2 in the first quarter, we thought. First free throw up for Donato, that falls. It's her second point. Makes it 26-11. Woodward still on top by 15. 3:02 left in the half. Second free throw on the way for Donato. That one too strong off the back iron. Picked up by Ibarra. Boomers push ahead as she finds Treese on the right wing. Goes to Mendel. Top the key to Moore. Swings over to Treese left side. Drives baseline, puts up the runner. That's off the side of the rim. Rebound fought for, scooped up by Mendel. Pulls up the second chance and is fouled all the way up. Shot well wild, but Lexi Mendel to the line for 2 shots.
She kind of too swarmed there, didn't have an opportunity to do anything, so why not just, go up with it and draw a foul?
Absolutely. Second foul picked up by Turner. Third of the quarter for Cushing. First free throw for Mendel. Rails around, falls in. She's got 8. As Michelle Barra checks out, gives away to Chloe Luckett. So the starting 5 back on the court. Second free throw on the way for Mendel. That's off the back iron, off the glass. Rebound underneath, trying to be scooped up by Treese, and she collides with a couple of Tigers as a jump ball call. Possession arrow gives it to Cushing.
It's not a easy fall. It's, right behind them is a concrete floor.
Yeah. There's a little bit of court, and then you're right, back where the cheerleaders are if you watch on Boomer TV. That's where the concrete kind of takes over. It's Cushing back the other way. 2:35 remain in the half. They swing it to Bridgman. Left baseline. Backs it out on the wing. Goes to Nato. She drives. Inside. Shot swatted by Mills. Poked out to Mendel. Trying to race ahead, and it's stolen away by Eiler, and then a foul on Eiler at the center court. So a couple of, I got a block, a steal, and then ultimately a foul by Woodward. And they get Jocelyn Treese, her first, second of the quarter for her.
Good steal, though, by Eiler. It's kind of just took it right away there from Mendel.
Yeah, kind of caught her off guard. Far side inbounds for Cushing. Triggering as Eiler looking to Nato. Pass too strong. She saves it, but it goes right to Riley Moore. The Boomers push back ahead. Down the right side. On the wing, Moore kicks out to Mendel, but she traveled. Had to go through a double team and traveled going through it.
We'll see a substitution here as Michelle Barra back into the game. This time she'll be taken out. Yep.
So Ibarra, Treese, Luckett, Mendel, and Mills the 5 for the Boomers as they lead 27-11. Cushing with possession. Nato takes on the near side inbounds. Gets across the timeline, finds Bridgman left wing, launches the 3 out of rhythm. That's off the glass. Well, wild rebound initially picked up by Turner, but it's poked at. No, they say she loses the handle. It's out of bounds. Back to Woodward. So the Boomers get it right back. 2:04 remaining in the half. Of the 16-point advantage, 27-11. As Jocelyn Treese calmly takes the inbounds. Goes left wing to Mendel. On the baseline to Mills. Double team. Driving underneath. Kicks out on the wing to Treese. Has to track it down. Saves it to Luckett. Just keeping the possession as Luckett backs it out. Resets the offense. Finds Treese. They work it left side. To Mendel on the baseline again to Mills. Again, double teamed hard. Goes back to the corner to Mendel. Spinner's patient on his possession. Dumps it down to Mills for a third time on the baseline. Gets through this time. The traffic off the backboard, out of the rim. Just rimmed out. Rebound picked up by Cushing as Boomers come up with the miss. Nato the other way down the right side. Going for the floater. Swatted by Michelle Ibarra. But Eiler collects and Cushing extends the possession. She's double teamed and fouled trying to pass out of it. So foul on the Boomers. Their third of the quarter. We'll see who they tag. A couple in the area, it looks and that's on Michelle Barrow. So her first, third of the quarter for Woodward. As Nenato checks out, it's taking a little bit of a beating in this quarter. Bridgman steps out as well. Gives way to Franklin and Callanan. Beneath right block, Franklin dumps it right side to Williams in the corner, checked by Jocelyn Treese. On the dribble. Goes on the wing, top the key, they find Callanan. Been a bit quiet in this first half. Feeds to Williams, rolling around the top. Cut off, has to go back on the wing to Franklin. To Williams to reset the dribble, attacking on middle, free throw line, pulls up for the leaner. That's off the back iron, rebound skied forward by Treese. Takes the handle for the Boomers, cross the timeline with the jog, goes in the corner to Mills right side. Top key, finds Luckett, left wing. Mendel thought about the three, drives into the paint, gets poked at, ripped away, ball is loose, scooped up by Mills for the Boomers. She's almost tied up, and a foul, they say, underneath. Thought it was going to be a jump ball for just a second, but not the case, as they got the foul on Cushing, their fourth of the quarter. And that one charged to Morgan Franklin, her first. 41 seconds remain in the half. Boomers on top 27-11. We'll see some substitutions as Mendel Barra step out. Moore and then Taylor Floyd in Floyd's first minutes today. Beneath the right block, Treese triggers into Mills. High left side to Moore. In the corner, Treese launches the three. It's well strong, but Taylor on the back, or Floyd on the backside puts up the shot. It's too strong. Rebound collected by Eiler with 30 seconds. Pushes ahead in the paint to Turner. Trying to go up and under. Double team. Her shot off the right side of the rim. Boomers come up with the board. Kaylee Mills flips it ahead to Taylor Floyd. In the backcourt to Mills with 20 seconds. Across the timeline, has a top key, pound of the dribble. Goes right side to Floyd. To Treese beside her in the corner. Dumps it down to Moore. Double team tightly there. It needs to work out of the spot. Finds Luckett, left baseline, top the key. Floyd launches the three. It's off the side of the rim. Rebound along one, tracked down by Moore. Saves it, but no, out of bounds, they say, before she could save it back to a teammate.
Just
with 4 seconds. Or, yeah, 4/10 of a second. You're right. So Cushing adds inbounds, and that does it for the half. It's not enough time to get the shot off. The Boomers take a 27-11 lead into the locker room in day one action of the Cushing Regional. Step aside for a break, come back for the halftime show. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
Life never stops moving. Between the 30-minute commutes, daycare pickups, and that weekend trip to Grandma's, you're racking up the miles. What you need is a tire that can keep up, like the exceptionally long-lasting Michelin Defender tire. With an 80,000-mile warranty and the safety you expect, you can lose track of the miles and focus on what really matters, the memories made along the way. Stop in today at 2220 Main in Woodward to see your local Michelin dealer, Pipe Lanes Tire.
Are you searching for that perfect special attire? Look no further than Top Cat formal wear and accessories at 808 Main Street in Woodward. Top Cat has a beautiful line of bridal, special occasion, and prom dresses to choose from. With no two dresses alike, you'll always get that special look. They guarantee the perfect fit for tuxedos at no extra cost and carry menswear for all your needs. Visit TopCatFormal.com or call 580-256-2888 to book your appointment now. Store hours are 10 a.m. through 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and by appointment only on Saturday. Top Cat also offers layaway. Let Top Cat help you shine on your special day.
I wanted to quit for so long, but I didn't know where to start.
I was afraid of what people would think, but then I found the right support to start my recovery journey.
I found a path that worked for me.
1 in 14 Americans reports experiencing a substance use disorder, a treatable medical condition. Treatment can take many forms, so there are a variety of options to explore and find the one that works best for you. Recovery from drug addiction is possible. Visit cdc.gov/stop overdose to learn more about the various paths to recovery.
Back at the half, Woodward on top of Cushing, 27-11 on the girls' side. First game of the day for the Cushing Regional Consolation Bracket. One of these teams going home today. The Boomers trying to stave off that elimination, and so far doing a good job as they've got the 16-point lead at the break. Let's look at some halftime stats for both squads. For Woodward leading the way, Jocelyn Treese, the senior, with 9 points, 8 from Lexi Mendel, and 6 from Riley Moore. The 3 leading scorers also got 4 from Lily Luckett, the full scoring for the Boomers. On the Cushing side, Caitlin Callanan, no surprise, has half their points, or just about half. She's got 5. She's also made 3 in that half, but only 2 apiece from Cora Eiler, Morgan Franklin, and Ellen Nenato for Cushing, and that is their scoring. Callahan not necessarily in foul trouble, but did have 3 in that first half, as also 2 for Williams, 2 for Turner, and 3 for Nenato. Excuse me, 2 for Callahan, 3 for Nenato. So they've got a few girls with 2, 1 with 3 for Nenato. But Dakota, I'd say for Woodward, you probably have executed pretty much to your liking just about in this first half.
Yeah, you really had a first good quarter there, as you know, you're able to go on a kind of an offensive scoring there and stop Cushing about mid-first quarter. And then at that second quarter, there was kind of an odd one, just kind of a more defensive battle, in my opinion, for the second quarter. And Cushing, you know, credit to them, started to knock down a couple of shots, had a good open looks, but you know, fortunately for the Boomers, you had that lockdown defense, and it's 11-27, so you have a good lead going into the third quarter.
That you do, and you know, you mentioned the press. That's just what it's been about. I mean, that's where we saw the separation in that half when Woodward started really being able to apply that press. It gave Cushing a lot of fits and really kind of put them in an uncomfortable spot. To where Woodward was able to get some easy points. We mentioned that first half, the 3 falling a little bit as well. You haven't been afraid to take it, and that has definitely helped the Boomers as they lead 27-11 at the break. Do want to remind you again, Kate Kinney is on K101 at the moment with the Arnett, the Lady Arnett game. That is Area's Class B Area 1 at the Stride Center in Enid, and we've got a good one right now as Lady on top of Arnett, 23-22 at the half. And man, I mean, that is a heck of a matchup to begin a consolation side for the area, as that's a top 10 matchup in Class B. So one of those teams, you know, probably both of them figured, okay, we might be on the winner's side going into area. Not the case. They kind of got upset along the way, and now are fighting for their chance to try to continue on to battle for a right to be in state. Do want to mention as well, although we're not carrying the broadcast of it, there is areas going on in Woodward right now, Class A Area 1. And the first game of the day, the Moreland Lady Bearcats taking on Garber. We had Moreland on the Coaches Show on K101 this morning. Got to talk to Coach Ruby, as well as players Olivia Clem, Autumn Van Zee, and Kinsley Blackard. So good to catch up with them. And although right now trailing Garber in the second quarter 25-14, see if the Lady Bearcats could try to fight on to continue their season. With that all said, back here at the Cushing Regional, Woodward on top 27-11, and we'll see what adjustments they can make out of the half, or maybe things they just could try to do better. Those keys to the second half coming up after this break. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
Need to pay the babysitter, but don't have enough cash? Use Zelle, located in the Bank 7 Mobility app, to send money from your account to someone else's within minutes. With an email address or phone number, you can directly pay anyone you trust. Zelle is fast, safe, and free. Visit bank7.com for more details. Data rates and transfer limits may apply. Member FDIC.
Transitioning from being a Marine to a civilian was very hard. I lost my purpose. I lost the drive that I had. That is a very dark and lonely place to be. It took me surrendering to myself to get the help that I needed. At my very first Wounded Warrior Project event, I met Ray Pizarro. He told me, you need to have the courage to forgive yourself for the things you've done in the past. I got it tattooed on my hand. One night, my depression kept telling me, we can end this. And just before I was about to pull the trigger, I looked down at my hand, and that's what saved my life that night. That was the beginning of my incredible journey with the Wounded Warrior Project.
See how we help warriors combat stigma at woundedwarriorproject.org/combat stigma.
A couple minutes till we get the game back underway between the Woodward and the Cushing Lady Tigers here at the Cushing Regional Class 4A Area 1. Woodward trying to continue on in the consolation bracket. Correction, I mentioned Moreland Lady Bearcats. It's on the morning show, not the coach's show, silly goose. But anyways, as got to talk with them and get some good insight. But Dakota looking for the Boomers the second half, as they're not the first out of the locker room, just barely. Cushing beats them onto the court, but for the keys, how do you keep this rolling if you're the Boomers? Hold this 16-point advantage. I mean, I say this would be a big win. We've talked about Cushing, not quite to the level that a Kingfisher or Weatherford, Duncan, Alva they have been, that they face down the stretch. But for the Boomers right now, things are clicking a little bit in this half.
You know,
after that first half.
It seems like in that first half, just driving to the basket, putting up the shot, drawing some contact, just going to the line. It seems to be anytime the Boomers can just drive down the lane, they're just getting a basket. And if they're not getting a basket, credit to them again, because they're getting those rebounds, those second chance points, and they're being creative, you know, passing around the perimeter, finding those, you know, open spots to take those shots. So Boomers are being very conservative on how they want to play right now, because they really want to advance to tomorrow and possibly, you know, get into area. So that's what they're hoping for, and right now they're on the right track to do it. They're playing smart basketball.
I think that's the big key, right? Smart basketball that you mentioned there. They're not really forcing anything. Everything's coming off looks that you would say are good looks. Cushing has, to a degree, fought hard inside, but Woodward's been able to make enough of those three-point shots, a couple of those, and, you know, find some mid-range looks to open up that paint a little bit more towards the end of the second half. We've seen some good off-ball movement as well. You know, I think the plays were Riley Moore off that inbounds pass flashing in. You've had Jocelyn Trees catch a bucket that way. You've had Lexi Mendel get one like that, where it's just quick ball movement. They're finding the open person. And that's something we quite honestly haven't been able to get to see from them in the last few games. Part of that, the high degree of difficulty with the opponent. And the other part of that, you're still trying to figure things out in the absence of Riley Douglas Fisher. But the Boomers definitely clicking, at least in this first half. We'll continue. Let's see if they can continue that going into the second half. Do want to thank real quick our great sponsors on Z92. Top Cat, or High Plains Tire Gold sponsor of the Boomer Coaches Show. Top Cat Formal Wear and Accessories, Great Plains National Bank, Northwest Glass, Klein Mechanical, Divine Stationery, R5 Custom Embroidery, and Long Shots Bar and Grill, who is our Coaches Show host. Also, want to thank our Road to the Big House sponsor this weekend, Bank 7, not only here for Z92, but for K101. As Boomers start with possession, begin the second half. They work right to left, and Cushing goes left to right in this first half, or in the second half. As on the far side, Lexi, Lily looking and bounce it to Jocelyn Trees. As we begin the second half, they work the left side to Lexi Mendel in the corner. Cross court, right wing to Trees. To Luckett in the corner, dribbles out of it, finds Trees, top the key. Working it back left side to Mendel. Trying to find somebody in the paint. Instead, goes up top to Trees. Back in the corner, Luckett finds herself open, takes the three, that's off the side of the rim. Rebound taken by her though, as it went long as she fouled it. Hands off to Trees. Goes right side on the wing, checks up on the dribble. Gives to Moore, cross court left side to Mendel. Baseline, finds Mills. Working on Nenato, and they say Mills stepped out of bounds with a bit of a pivot move, and it's a turnover for the Boomers to begin the second half.
It's unfortunate there for the Boomers, but, you know, credit to them getting a couple rebounds on that possession.
Underway in the third quarter, about a minute gone by, 7:10 remaining as Cushing takes back the other way. On the right side, an easy look at the bucket by Emmy Turner, falls off the glass. So that's her first basket, makes it 27-13. Boomers still up by 14. Back the other way. Left side. Luckett dribbles it out, top the key. As they work it back to Treese on the wing. Up to Mills. Boomers trying to move it. Working inside as Cushing has gone to more of a zone defense to begin the second half and straight away from the man. Luckett takes it up top near the logo. They find Mendel, free throw line, pulls up for the jumper. That's off the back iron. Rebound scooped up by Nenato, and Cushing comes back with it. Williams races ahead across the timeline. Left side. Goes to Franklin, tees up the three and splashed it home off the dribble. Morgan Franklin with 5, and just like that, Cushing on a quick 5-0 run. Makes it 27-16. Left side Trees, top the key to Moore. In the right corner to Mendel. Up top to Luckett. They swing it to Moore on the wing, driving, gets to the baseline. Right side, Luckett takes. She drives, gets to the paint. The runner off the glass, too strong. Rebound taken by Callanan as Cushing comes up with another stop. Back the other way. Williams takes it across timeline, high on the right wing. It was in the corner to Nato. Picked up by Moore. Cuts off, gets cut off. Finds Williams top the key. Guarded tightly by Mendel with the dribble. Williams scanning. Now picks it up, needs help. Finds Callanan, the right corner. It's guarded tightly by Treese. 5:35 to go in the third quarter. Boomers lead 27-16. Cushing trying to cut it back under 10 for the first time in a while. High screen set for Nadeto by Callanan. Uses it, goes to the right baseline. Cut off though by Treese with tight defense. Now in trouble, has to bounce it off her foot to keep possession for Cushing. As the Tigers back with it. And on the baseline, Franklin inbounds, finds Williams, right wing for three and nailed it. So back-to-back threes for Cushing, and they cut it under 10 to start this second half as Williams gets her first basket. Makes it 27-19. Boomers back the other way with the lead. 5:05 to go in the quarter. Free throw line, Moore pulls up for the jumper. It's short off the front of the rim. Rebounds again scooped up by Cushing. As Williams takes to the head, dribbles out of the double team, top the key, left side Nadeto, attacks into the paint, pulls up for the jumper, the leaner, it's off the mark left side, rebound taken by Turner and then stolen away by Luckett, who's intended to pass for Williams. Flips head to Treese for the Boomers, left side to Mendel, down on the block, Mills double teamed hard, a whistle, and they say a foul underneath as Woodward keeps the possession. And they catch Turner for the foul, her third. First of the quarter for Cushing. Top of the key on the inbounds. Mendel launches the straightaway three. That's off the front of the rim, but the long rebound goes to Treese in the right corner. Finds Luckett on the wing. Back to Treese. Double team. Baseline to Moore. Bounces it down inside Mills, who's cutting. Pulls up for the shot and fouled all the way up by Callanan. Shot off, but Kaylee Mills to the line for 2 free throws.
Yep, they're going to get her shooting arm on that one. Just a little too much contact on it.
Callanan picks up her third foul. So now 3 Lady Tigers with 3 with Turner, Nadeto, and Callanan. At the line for Mills, first free throw pops out. He's looking for her first point of the day as the free throw goes off the mark. 4:30 remaining third quarter. Boomers on top 27-19. Second free throw for Mills. Rouse around. Goes out the left side. She missed both. Rebound scooped up by Callanan of Cushing. Pushes ahead. Looking to cut it to maybe a 6 or 5 point ball game. Left wing 3 on the way for Franklin. That's off the front of the rim. Rebound scooped up by Luckett as she flips it to Treese. Boomers working right to left down the left side as Treese with the dribble. Top the key. Right wing to Mendel. Picked up by Franklin. Back over to Treese left wing. Dribbles into the corner, goes baseline to Moore. Moore poked at by Callanan, collects it, but needs help. Finds Treese on the wing. Backs out yet again, restarts the offense. Right side to Mendel in the baseline to Mills. Up for the shot on the pass inside to Moore, and she's fouled all the way up. A shooting foul, and Riley Moore to the free throw line for the Boomers. The Cushing crowd not liking it. Let's see who they pick up. And that's Callanan. That's her 4th. That's already 3rd of the quarter for Cushing. As that line for Moore trying to extend it back to a 10-point lead. First free throw catches the front of the rim, hits the backboard, rolls out the right side. So off the mark, Callanan checking out. Gives way to Cora Island, the junior. Second free throw on the way for Moore. That splashes home, so she splits the pair and makes it for Woodward. A 9-point advantage, 28-19. Cushing back the other way, right side on the wing, launching the threes. Williams, that's an air ball. Rebound goes out of bounds. So Boomers get it right back, and she's wide open, but couldn't drain it.
But like you mentioned, you got an air ball, not something you want when you got, you know, a 5-0 lead going, and then Boomers going to answer now.
Looking back the other way on the baseline, and that's poked out of bounds by Cushing. As the Boomers keep, or excuse me, they say off the Boomers, so it's back to Cushing. As they take the inbounds, presses on. Morgan Franklin across the timeline, finds Williams, right wing. Her pass was stolen, intended for Nadeto. Mills picks it off. Boomers push back the other way. Treese races down the left side. Nobody picks her up, gets the block, goes up for the layup. It crawls off the side of the rim and rolls in. did some hiking up the mountain that was the rim, and Treese with 11.
That it did.
Makes it 30-19. Boomers back on top by 11. Cushing back the other way. Neneto takes it on the baseline for the shot. Fouled all the way up as she was underneath the rim. Shot off. But Ella Neneto to the line for 2 free throws. And for the Boomers, they get Jocelyn Treese her second. Team first at the quarter. Neneto, a couple dribbles. Dips and shoots the first free throw. That falls in. She's got 3. Makes it 30-20. Boomers on top with 3:02 to go third quarter. Second free throw coming for Neneto. That one falls in as well. She makes both, cuts it back to a 9-point gap. Neneto with 4 of her own. Boomers facing the press as Mills forces Treese far side. Still in the backcourt. Has a double team coming. Finds Mills at her own free throw line. Count though up to about 7, and then the pass across the timeline batted out of bounds by Neneto. The Boomers keep possession. They inbound on the front side. Across the timeline as Mills just on the left side of the scorer's table in front of us. Feeds it into Treese. Top of the key, goes left side to middle. To Moore. Right side to Treese on the wing, on the elbow. Middle takes it, double team, finds Mills, Moore cutting in. She's tripped up on her way into the paint. And that's foul number 4 of the quarter on Cushing. And they get Cora Eiler for her first. So Boomers have the inbounds on the baseline. Treese beneath the left block. The trigger person counts on, flips out to Luckett, left corner, tees up to 3. That's strong off the side of the rim. Rebound scooped up on the backside by Williams as Cushing races ahead. Picked up by Mendel across the timeline that traveled with as Lily Luckett came over for the defense. Kind of, I would say bumped her, but cut off the space for Williams.
Made her travel, basically.
Yep. So the Boomers get it back with the 30-21 lead. 2:25 remaining third quarter. On the right side, Mendel takes the pass. Down to Mills, double teamed on the right block, loses the handle, stolen away as Eiler comes up with it for Cushing. Flips ahead to Neneto on the left wing in the corner. Finds Franklin open for the 3, takes it and splashes another one. Morgan Franklin all of a sudden with 8 points, and it's a 6-point ball game as Cushing has fought their way back. Timeout with 2:05 to go in the third quarter. We'll step aside with them back at 30. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
1 in 4 people have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also an actor and advocate for disability inclusion across all aspects of life. The disability community is passionate, strong, powerful. We have so much to offer and deserve to be included in society. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Eat Your Seals is delivering services, advocacy, and local supports that elevate the communities for everyone. Let my Eat Your Seals make it yours. EatYourSeals.com.
Back on Z92, KMZE FM Woodward as the Boomers lead by 6, 30-24. But Cushing has erased essentially a 16-point gap at the half in this third quarter. Currently, they are winning the quarter 13-3 over the Boomers. Out of the timeout, Woodward has the possession on the inbounds. They work it ahead to Treese, breaking the press down the left side in the corner. Kicked out to Luckett on the wing. Cross court right side to middle. Top of the key finds Moore. Minute 50 to go in the third quarter. Luckett takes it again. Picked up by a couple of Cushing defenders as they've gone to zone defense in the second half. Boomers swinging around left side to Luckett. Top of the key back to Treese. Right side to middle. Can't find the look they want. Over to Treese, left wing, launches the deep 3. That rattles out. Rebound picked up by Williams, and Cushing looking to push again with a minute 30 to go in the third quarter to cut it to one possession ball game. On the right side, Eiler takes it in the corner to Bridgman, and she traveled with it in that corner. Kind of pumped the pass.
And they've had a few travels tonight there for Cushing, just not being able to get that ball movement rolling.
That they have. The Boomers take it right back, 30-24. They lead with a minute 15 to go, third quarter. Luckett left side, cross court right wing to Treese, picked up tightly by Franklin. Top the key, finds Mendel, back to Treese in the right corner, dumps it to Moore, near the block, pass in traffic, stolen away by Cushing. It was intended for Mills. Williams the other way for the Lady Tigers, right side. Goes Tyler on the right corner. Bridgman for the three. It's too strong. Rebound picked up by Luckett on the backside. The Boomers take it 45 seconds to go third quarter, trying to extend this 6-point advantage. Trees top the key, finds Mendel left side. On the baseline goes to Moore. Double team. Dribbles out of it. Swings it in the right wing to Trees. In the corner to Luckett. As she works it back out. 30 seconds remaining in the quarter. Resets the offense. In the left corner, they find Mendel. Goes cross court. Right wing to Trees. Has space, but doesn't use it. As she feeds back to Mendel with 20 seconds to go. Drives. Kicks out back to Trees. Right corner. Luckett takes it. Thinks about it. And then kicks out to Trees top the key. Again, Boomers trying to find something inside. Can't get it. Double team to Moore on the left block. Back to Mendel with 10. Right corner. Trees takes it with 8. On the baseline to Mills with 7. Dumping into Moore inside. She draws the foul with 5 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Boomers a real patient possession. Results in free throws for Riley Moore. And they get Cora Eiler for her second. And that's 5 in the quarter for Cushing as well. So at the free throw line for Moore. Trying to extend the 30-24 lead. The first free throw catches the left side and rims out to the right. Boomers can't buy one right now at the free throw line.
No, they can't, but, you know, credit to Cushing because they've really fought their way back into this game.
They were down 27-11 at the half. Second free throw for Moore. That rims out as well. She missed both. Back the other way for Cushing with 2 seconds. At half court, Williams launches at the buzzer. Oh, rattled out. That almost banked in. But we end the third quarter with Woodward on top, 30-24 after 3 frames. Come back for the final one. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
You tackle an endless to-do list every day. It may seem like a thankless job, but you know better. It's the little things that matter most. That's why you'll appreciate the enduring value of the Michelin Defender tire. Designed for doers like you, Michelin's longest-lasting tire keeps you on the go longer, so you have one less thing to worry about on your next road trip. Stop in today for miles of uncompromised safety and performance. Visit your local Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire, at 2220 Main in Woodward.
Hey man, I always see those pics you post of you and your family at special events. What gives?
Oh yeah, VetTix. VetTix gives.
What's VetTix?
VetTix is an awesome charity that gives free event tickets, like concerts, sporting events, and shows. It's currently serving military and vets, including the immediate family of troops killed in action.
I've got extra tickets. Can I donate them?
Yeah, it's easy. Just go to vettix.org. You could give your extra tickets and other vets like me sign up to get them.
Cool, I'm on it. And hey, thank you for your service.
Back to begin the fourth quarter at Cushing as Woodward trying to hold on against the Lady Tigers. Cushing trying for the upset bid. They trail 30-24, erased a 16-point deficit from the halftime mark as they begin with possession to start the fourth. Work down to Turner on the right block for the layup, and she got it home. Emmy Turner with 4, and it's a 4-point ball game. Cushing has stormed it back. Boomers the other way. Mendel left side on the wing, turns the corner, flips to Luckett on the right side. In the corner, finds Treese on the baseline, gives it to Mills, top of the key to Luckett. Kicks back out to Treese on the wing. The zone defense give the Boomers fits. Left side, Mendel launches the 3. That's high off the back iron. Rebound scooped up by Williams as Cushing comes up with yet another stop. Williams back the other way across the timeline, top key. Picked up by Treese. They work in the left corner. Tyler drives, kicks out to Nenato up top. Pumps, kicks over to Bridgman. Back to Nenato in the left corner. Hands off to Williams, guarded by Treese. Pulls up for the 3. Heat check, that's off the front of the rim. Rebound long, fought for on the ground. Cushing with it as Turner takes it, flips over to Bridgman, rims out the 3, and rebound scooped up by Treese, and she's fouled full court. 6:59 to go in the ball game. First foul of the quarter for Cushing, and that's the third on Cora Eiler. Boy, the Lady Tigers feeling that momentum right now to go.
That they are, but if you're the Boomers, just let those fouls stack up from the Tigers and try to get to the line and pour some free throws.
Presses on as Treese takes in the backcourt, was hacked at, didn't call it. Checks up, top the key, didn't have the numbers. Goes left side to Luckett, scanning with the dribble. Back over to Treese, right wing for a big 3. That's off the side of the rim. Rebound, though, by Mills. Goes up for the second opportunity and fouled. Shot was off, but Kaylee Mills to the line with 6:42 remaining, trying to extend the Boomers' 4-point lead. And that is on Nenato, her 4th. So one more, she's out. Mills at the line, yet to score today. He's had a couple free throws. First one on the way. just rattles out. They can't get one at the line.
You're right. It seems like it's just been the story for the Boomers. The second half just not going right for them.
Couple dribbles for Mills. Second free throw on the way. That one rattles in. Breaks a scoring drought. As that's Mills' first points. Boomers apply the press, leading by 5, 31-26. Cushing breaks it, but Bridgman loses the handle on the pass, and it's out of bounds back to the Boomers. Big momentum gained back for Woodward. 6:33 to go in the ball game. As on the far side, Luckett triggers into Treese. He pounds the dribble, walks it up the court. Goes right side to Luckett on the wing. Back to Treese, left side, thinks about the three. Feeds over to middle in the corner with the dribble. Rolls around the top. Goes to Treese on the right side. In the paint to Moore, turns, fires the mid-range jumper, and nailed it.
Man, in the face too. A lot of contact there.
Riley Moore with 9. Makes it a 33-26 lead for Woodward. Cushing breaking the press the other way. Williams ahead, right side. Eiler finds Turner open the paint, blows the layup. Rebound fought for, it's on the ground. It's kicked out, top the key. Nato somehow rolls it to Williams. Left side, Bridgman launches for 3 and splashed it. Oh my. Maya Bridgman with a big 3 to cut it back to 4. 33-29, 5:45 to go. Left side, Mendel takes it for the Boomers. In the corner to Treese. On the baseline to Mills, or to Moore, trying to drive, cut off. They work it back around to Mendel on the right wing. Picked up by Bridgman. Finds Luckett, right corner. Goes on the block to Moore, triple team. Loses the handle, stolen away. Williams picks it up. 2-on-2 the other way. To Bridgman, to the left block for the layup, swatted by Mendel, but her pass saved back to Williams. 3 on the way in transition, and she nailed it, left the hand hanging. Kinsley Williams with 6, and Cushing has stormed all the way back. It's 33-32, Boomers with the 1-point advantage. 5:10 remain in the ball game. Left side, Luckett goes right side to Treese, back to Luckett. Thinks about the 3, pumps, kicks over to Treese, launches the 3 right side for the answer, rimmed out. Rebound fought for, it's on the ground, through Nato's legs. Williams trying to scoop it up, a whistle on a foul. Who's it on?
It's going to be on the Boomers.
Oh, no.
Oh, let's see what they got here. Yep, against Kaylee Mills. It's going to be
That's exactly what it is. So Mills picks up her first of the ball game, second of the quarter, and the Boomers just cannot buy a bucket. Only 4 points in the, or excuse me, 6 points in the second half. 3 in the third quarter, 3 so far in the fourth.
You know what really surprises me, the comeback that Cushing has had, their pep club hasn't been standing, hasn't been cheering or nothing.
Yep, they just found it. Cushing breaks press the other way. Nato, top key left side to Bridgman. To Williams, driving, free throw line, pulls up for the jumper. That's off the back iron. Rebound taken by Treese. She gets bumped, collects the board, pushes ahead for the Boomers. 2-on-2. Down the left side, backs it out though as Cushing gets back. Treese angles in near the block. Her pass intended for Mills. Battle away, stolen by Franklin. Feeds over to Nato. Cushing pushing ahead. Nato ripped out of half court. Ball's on the floor. Somehow Mills scoops it up. Gives it to Middle. Ahead to Luckett. 1-on-1. Lets the girl blow by her for the layup. Too strong. Backside Treese picks it up and gets fouled on the rebound. My goodness. What a sequence. And it results in free throws for Jocelyn Treese.
If you're the Boomers, you really don't know what to do right now. They're just bringing it.
Emery Turner with her 4th foul. Treese at the line. Has had 9 points so far. First free throw, or should be 11 so far. First free throw off the front of the rim. Boomers just cannot get one in the second half from the charity stripe. They've had plenty of looks. 33-32. Boomers up by 1. Second free throw falls for Treese. She splits the pair. Has 12. 4:20 left. Cushing back the other way, filling on their home court. Williams crossed the timeline, top key, picked up by Treese. On the hard dribble, gets a high screen, rolls around it, right side, goes on the baseline to Nato, double teamed on the basket, puts up the shot, and it sticks off the front of the rim, high off the glass. And Nato was 6, and we were tied up 34-all with 3:55 remaining. On the high right side, Mendel in the corner to Treese, baseline, finds Mills, cross court left side to Mendel, launches the deep 3, was swatted by Franklin, got a piece of it, rebound picked up by Nato, and she's fouled full court. Or no, double dribble, excuse me, not fouled. So Boomers catch a break as Nato double dribble, erases the miss.
Crazy.
3:44 remaining.
It's a crazy sequence here in this fourth quarter.
Well, and really the second half, Cushing has just turned it up. Beneath the right block, Luckett on the baseline, triggers into Moore for the layup and fouled hard on the way up. Good move again by Moore, found the cut. and heads to the line. Unfortunately, the Boomers just haven't been able to take care of the free throws in this half. They've had plenty of opportunities. That is the 4th foul, though, to Ella Nenato. No, the 5th. She's out, excuse me. So Nenato fouls out with 6. Coach Body has come up with substitution. Callahan sitting on the bench currently. She pops up.
No, and she has 4, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, she has 4 as well. And that's the crazy part. Cushing's made this run without the senior on the court. She had 15 in the first matchup against the Boomers. Has been quiet so far in this one due to the foul trouble. Just has 5. Moore at the line for 2 shots. First free throw off the front of the rim as well. So it remains tied, 34 all. 3:43 remaining in the ball game.
And I'll say it once, I'll say it again. It just really surprised me that Pep Club is not on their feet right now for Cushing.
Second free throw for Moore falls. So she splits the pair. Boomers retake the lead, 35-34. Break the tie, 10 points for Moore. Top the key, Williams with the dribble, left side. Picked up hard by Therese. Forces her to pick up the dribble. Feeds back to Bridgman. Guarded by Mendel. Racing on the right side. Angles back out. She picks up the dribble. Finds Morgan top the key, and a timeout taken by Coach Mason Body with 3:24 remaining in the ball game. Boomers on top of Cushing, 35-34. Let's stop inside with them on the timeout. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
Stop. That dog does not want to be petted.
A heads up before something bad happens.
You should not send that text.
Uh-oh. Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes, you can reverse prediabetes and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. To learn your risk, take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Back at Cushing, Dakota Wagner and Tyler Riggs with you on Z92 Boomer TV. We've got a good one. All of a sudden, Woodward led at the half, 27-11, but Cushing has stormed their way back and made it 35-34. Boomers on top by a point with just 3:24 remaining. And out of the timeout.
I believe Cushing is going to have an opportunity
on the near side. They haven't led since the early first quarter. Tied it back up a minute ago at 34. Bridgman, the trigger person, counts on, looking for Franklin. Finds her on the inbound, top the key. Goes high left side to Williams. Gets a high screen. Turns, drives, loses it off the foot, but collected by Bridgman. And she's bumped in the right corner by Lexi Mendel and draws the foul. Mendel with her 3rd. That's only the 2nd of the quarter for the Boomers. 3:15 remaining. Cushing extends the possession. Bridgman below the right block on the baseline. The trigger person scanning, counts up to 3, goes out top the key to Williams. Guard Tyler by Therese on the inbounds, gets around her, drives to the paint for the right block layup, and is fouled. Shot off the mark, but Kinsley Williams to the line for 2 free throws, a chance to tie and take the lead for Cushing.
Kaylee Mills.
Kaylee Mills picks up her 2nd. 3:10 remaining. Williams at the line, a couple of dribbles. Dips, collects, shoots the first free throw. It's off the back iron. So it remains 35-34. Coach McDowell, Boomer cheer squad have showed up today. Good to see that.
Got about 6 Pep Club boys in front of the, or behind the Tiger bench.
There you go. Second free throw for Williams falls, and we are tied again at 35. Boomers back the other way, 3 minutes even. On the right wing, Luckett finds Therese top the key. Can work it left side to Mendel. Top key up to Therese, backs it out, picked up by Franklin. Goes in the right corner to Luckett. Boomers working around, trying to deal with this Cushing zone. It's been effective in the second half. Mendel takes the top key near the logo. Checked up by Franklin, has to pick up the dribble. Finds Luckett beside her. Back to Mendel to reset the dribble. Thought momentarily about the 3. Uses the dribble and just feeds back to Moore. 2:30 to go in the ball game. All tied up still at 35. Left side Luckett. Goes up top to Mendel. Trying to roll around Franklin. Franklin with some tough defense. Feeds to Luckett left side. He's reset again, top the key. Back to Luckett on the wing. Trying to find something inside. It's not there. So hands off to Moore near the Cushing logo. Goes back to Luckett, to Mendel, top key, 2:10 remaining in the ball game. Boomers just wasting some clock now at this point. Mendel takes the top key, trying to drive, gets the block, and loses the handle of it It's out of bounds. Back to Cushing. They force the turnover.
And they have a lot of momentum right now.
Brewers trying to find a way to stop it, but the Cushing zone has been tough. And no foul, just out of bounds. They had whistle at scorer's table, not sure what that was. Okay. As Brewers don't press, they'll see half-court pressure. Pick up man defense at the timeline. Top the key. Williams with it on the dribble, guarded by Treese on the right wing. Hands off to Callahan. Rolls around screen, kicks left side to Franklin. Pumps the three. Goes top to key to Bridgman. To Williams. Takes the straightaway three. Heat check. That's off the high back iron. Rebound. Tied up. Fought for. Whistle. A jump ball. And the possession arrow gives it to the Boomers. With a minute 44 to go. Still tied at 35. One of these teams trying to not go home today. Cushing trying to defend the home court. The Boomers trying to advance on. Full court press is on as Moore takes it for the Boomers. Gets across the timeline. Goes left side to Luckett. Swings it cross court right wing to middle. Guarded tightly by Franklin on the dribble. Back to Luckett left wing. Scanning. Feeds back to middle. Top the key. Back to Luckett to play a little catch with a minute 20 to go. Luckett on the dribble. Feeds over to middle. Right side again picked up by Franklin. Over to Luckett left wing. They can't find anything inside. Middle again checked tightly by Franklin. They work at baseline to Mills. Nice feed down to Moore. She breaks the tie with the layup. Good patience by the Boomers result in the bucket. Make it 37-35, minute remaining. Cushing back the other way. Trailing. Callahan left wing gets a high screen top the key and an offensive foul, or they say a bump on the Boomers. As
they're going to get a bump on Riley Moore.
Oh boy, Franklin kind of sold that one a bit, and you're right, they do get it on Riley Moore. Just her first foul of the ball game, or second, excuse me.
One more.
4th team foul, yeah. Both teams at 4 apiece with 57 seconds remaining. As Williams near side, in front of her own bench, triggers into Bridgman. Top the key, goes left wing, and it's out of bounds. Franklin couldn't catch up with the pass. That's a turnover for Cushing at a crucial time. And now a timeout taken by Coach Lacey Moore. Wants to talk about it. Sit this up with 54 seconds. But Dakota, I mean, we talked about at the top, you know, Cushing on their home court. Doesn't matter the record. They know their back's against the wall. Last year did the same thing where they upset somebody on day one despite only having 2 wins on the season. The Boomers trying to avoid that fate as well.
Yeah, Cushing goes, you know, they're trying to do what they did last year. Just get that win, send that team home. But you know, credit to the Boomers, been able to find something in their back pocket that last possession, get a basket, and now you just gotta, you know, draw something up again and go score. Because if you score on this possession, you give yourself a little bit of a cushion, a little bit of a relaxer to set yourself up to play a little bit harder defense and maybe to give that extra foul, even though you don't want to. You may have to give it. So you got to be careful what you do here. A lot of different things could play out.
We see him be patient in the half court in the second half. Cushing with that zone defense has kind of stagnated the Boomers. There's been some good looks there. They just haven't fallen. It's really that last play you're talking about with Riley Moore was one that we see traditionally from Woodward. You work it to the baseline, you find somebody cutting in, and Riley did that very well. It was a good pass from Kaylee Mills. But you need to find that or find something immediately out of the timeout. We'll see how the Boomers approach it.
If you're Cushing, you must be feeling really sick because you had a possession to tie it back up or take the lead.
Take the lead, didn't do it.
But you threw it away.
As on the far side, Lily Luck in the backcourt, the trigger person. Has Mendel as well as Treese stacked up. Finds Treese off the inbounds. 52 seconds, trying to get across the timeline. Guarded tightly by Morgan. Gets across. On the high, top of the key, picks up the dribble, finds Moore beside her. Left wing to Mendel. Pushing back to man defense. Williams top the key, goes right side to Mills, does Mendel, and gets back to her with 36, and then finally a foul from Cushing. Wondered how long they were going to go without fouling, and that one on Williams sends Mendel to the free throw line for the Boomers. A big pair of free throws. That's been the other issue for Woodward in the second half. Have not capitalized at the free throw line. Pair upcoming for Mendel. So far in this game with 8 points. Couple of dribbles. The sophomore dips, shoots the first one. It rattles in. Makes it a 3-point ball game. 38-35. 9 for Mendel. Big one here, can push it to 4. Couple of dribbles, dips and shoots the second one. That floats off the back iron. Rebound picked up by Cushing, and Emery Turner as she pushes ahead to Williams. Drives to the paint, goes for the scoop layup. It's wild off the mark. Rebound, though, underneath by Turner and gets fouled all the way up with 27 seconds. Shot off the mark, but Emery Turner to the line for 2 free throws. And that's on Lexi Mendel, her 4th, and that's the 5th of the quarter for the Boomers as well. So each team in the bonus last half minute. Turner so far with 4 points. A low dribble. Collects, dips and shoots the first free throw. Rouse out to the right side. So it remains a 3-point ball game. Best you could have done was cut to 1, but now for Turner, can only cut it to 2. Second free throw coming. Spins the ball, a couple dribbles, low, collects, shoots the free throw. That one pops out as well. Rebound, fought for. Mills has it for the Boomers. She's nearly tied up. Do they got a foul? They got, yes, a foul. And Kaylee Mills to the line for the Boomers with 23 seconds. A big set of free throws here. As Morgan Franklin picks up her foul. Her third, excuse me. As Mills at the line, Coach Jones taking a chance, as well as Coach Moore to talk to the girls not at the free throw line.
I wouldn't even put my girls at the free throw line and have them go back and get ready for defense.
And they do have a couple back as Lucken and Moore stand about the half-court line. First free throw for Mills, flashes home. A big one pushes it to a 4-point advantage for the Boomers. This one can make it a full 2 possession. 39-35, Boomers on top. Second free throw on the way for Mills. That one goes as well. 2 big free throws for Kaylee Mills. Makes it 40-35, just 20 seconds to go. Cushing back the other way, top the key. Callahan dumps it down to Williams for the layup and draws the foul through traffic. Shot well off, but Kinsley Williams to the line for 2 free throws. 16.7 left in the ball game. Riley Moore with her 3rd foul.
And Riley Moore, as soon as she gets a foul, she kind of just throws her hands up in the air and a little frustrated, but you know.
That one doesn't hurt as bad. I mean, yeah, it's free throws, but it's not a 3 you're letting up. First free throw for Williams does fall. She's got 8.
No credit to Williams drawing that contact and bringing her team once again back within 4 points.
Could cut it to 3 on this make. 40-36. Williams' second free throw. That's off the back iron rebound. Fought for. It's on the ground. Who's got it? Eiler somehow feeds to Turner. Steps inside. Traveled with it. No, they say got the basket. Oh my. Cuts it to a 2-point ball game with 9 seconds remaining. Off the miss and the make, and a timeout taken by Coach Mason Body with 9.6 to go. The Boomers now only lead by 2 as Cushing able to take the missed free throw and essentially get a 3-point play, Dakota.
Unfortunate there for the Boomers. It all started with that pass there that was tipped, and then you had a girl dive on the ball, spin with her foot, thought it was a travel. Coach Moore still trying to plead her case with the official, or was.
Yeah,
but you know,
it looked like Turner took a couple steps through the lane, but they let it float, and Turner got the basket. So now the Boomers, you got to be clean on the inbounds. You got to be able to make sure first you get it in clean, and then draw that foul. There's only 9.6 left, so you can at least take a few seconds off the clock. You make a couple free throws, you've extended it back to a 4-point ball game.
I think Cushing, you know, they're going to try to get a foul as soon as they can, and they're going to hope the Boomers miss some free throws.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Woodward, it has been a bit of an issue in the second half, but Kaylee Mills on the last trip made both. There were some big ones. Out of the timeout, Woodward with possession, full court. 9 seconds to go. As Lily Luckett beneath the left block. The trigger person. Motion, gets it into Treese. Treese on the far side does get fouled with 7.9 to go. So Jocelyn Treese to the free throw line for 2 big shots. Trying to push Woodward back to a 4-point advantage as the foul for Cushing goes to Maya Bridgman, her first. Jocelyn Treese, the senior, at the line with 12 points. Trying to push her team into day 2 of the regional. Dip shoots the first free throw. That rattles around and falls in. 3-point advantage again for the Boomers, 41-38. Treese with 13. Callahan steps in. Eiler comes out for Cushing.
So right now you're looking at overtime if they can get a 3.
If you can push to the 4, that's big. Treese, couple dribbles. Dip shoots the second free throw. That's strong off the side of the rim. Rebound picked up by Bridgman. 6 seconds. Pushes ahead to Franklin with 5 across the timeline. Right side, deep 3 for Williams, and that's off the left side of the rim, and that's the ball game. Woodward holds on, and they advance to day 2, taking a 41-38 over the host Cushing Lady Tigers as their season comes to a close. My. Let's step aside for a break, come back, put the post-game wrap on, and get you set for the boys' game still ahead. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
People investing in people. That's what they're all about at Great Plains Bank, because life isn't a transaction, it's a journey, and on that journey, we're greater together. Great Plains Bank has locations in your local area because they're here to serve you. Great Plains Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
For the past 58 years, Klein Mechanical has served Woodward and Northwest Oklahoma for all your residential or commercial needs, including plumbing, HVAC, electrical, and construction. One call does it all. Located at 1301 Main Street, or give them a call at 256-5014. Good luck, Boomers.
I'm a wife and the mother of 2 kids, and I've got a good job.
Bye, Mom. See you, Mom.
A pretty important job. Because of my family and my job, I really care about this neighborhood. It's a good neighborhood. Yes, there's some crime. And when I drive to work, like now, I realize that some people here don't trust the police. So the police should be reaching out to this community, and this community should reach out to the police. That's the way to make this a safer place. And when I get to work in the precinct house and put on my uniform, I can tell you, as a police officer, that this department is reaching out to the community, and the community is doing its part. We're building partnerships. This should be happening everywhere. This is how we can all be safer. Get involved. Start the conversation.
Start the conversation and help stop crime. To learn the 5 things you can do, go to ncpc.org/prevent violent crime. A message from the National Crime Prevention Council and the Bureau of Justice Assistance.
Back at Cushing, day 1 of the Cushing Regionals in Class 4A Area 1. The Woodward girls survive and advance after the 41-38 win over the Cushing Lady Tigers. Let's take a look at the post-game stats for the Boomers. Leading the way, the senior did want to go home today. Jocelyn Treese with 13 points. Riley Moore as well with 12. So they combined for 25 of the 41. You got 9 from Lexi Mendel, the big 3 for the Boomers. Also got 4 from Lily Luckett and 3 for Kayla Mills. Had some clutch free throws down the stretch, did Mills. On the Cushing side, no scoring in double figures, but had a lot contribute. Kinsley Williams with 8, as well as Morgan Franklin leading the team. And you got 6 apiece from Emery Turner and Ella Donato, and 5 from Caitlin Callanan, the leading scorers for the Lady Tigers. Boomers led at the half, 27-11, but Cushing wins the third quarter, 13-3. They won the fourth quarter, 14-11, tied at one point, 34 all. Dakota came all the way back, but the Boomers just found some clutch free throws and found some defensive stops at the end.
That they did. Really good, effort there by the Boomers, as I thought Cushing, had a little upper hand there in the second half, and was, starting to kind of run away with it in my eyes, but the Boomers said, no, not today. We want another day here back at Cushing, and that they got it, and real credit there to the Boomers fighting that one to the end.
So now the Woodward Boomers await their fate for tomorrow. They'll be here tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. To play against the loser of the Community Christian and Skytook game. That one being played at Lincoln Christian tonight at 6 o'clock. The loser of that game faces Woodward tomorrow here in Cushing at 6 o'clock. The winner of that would move on to the Consolation Championship game on Saturday, which would be played at 1 o'clock. So the Boomer girls survive. They go to 10-15 on the season, pick up double digits on the season with the regional win. And, hey, trying to do what they did last year, Dakota. They were in a similar spot, ran through the regional consolation, and try and do it again here this weekend.
Possibly they could, make it to area. It's going to be a little bit tough road ahead of them, but nothing the Boomers can't handle. I'm kind of curious to see what they're going to do.
Absolutely. Well, we still got a boys game to come after all the excitement as the Woodward Boomers face the homestanding Cushing Tigers here coming up at, got about 2:40. This one ran a bit long. It's supposed to be 2:30, of course, for the boys game, but the girls running a touch long. So we got about 12 or so minutes before we get the boys game underway. And with that, let's take a break, come back, and preview that boys game ahead. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
Life never stops moving. Between the 30-minute commutes, daycare pickups, and that weekend trip to Grandma's, you're racking up the miles. What you need is a tire that can keep up, like the exceptionally long-lasting Michelin Defender tire. With an 80,000-mile warranty and the safety you expect, you can lose track of the miles and focus on what really matters, the memories made along the way. Stop in today at 2220 Main in Woodward to see your local Michelin dealer, Pipe Lanes Tire.
Are you looking for an easy payment solution for your business? With Bank 7's Business Online Banking, they provide a comprehensive and integrated approach to cash management across your devices. You can approve ACH and wire transfers as well as bill payments all from your mobile phone. So whether you're at the office, the airport, or anywhere in between, they give you powerful, convenient, and secure tools to run your business from anywhere. For more info, call Bank 7 at 580-254-0100 and speak with a business banker today. Mobile data rates may apply. Member FDIC.
I'm Tiffany. I have some tips for you on how to quit smoking like I did. I threw out my ashtrays, lighters, and matches, and it worked. To help me with cravings, I put a picture of my mother in my car. She died of lung cancer when I was only 16. Now I have a 16-year-old daughter. That picture of my mother reminds me that I don't want to miss all the things my daughter is going to do in her life.
You can quit. For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. A message from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
And back at the regionals, coming up for game 2 on the day as the Woodward boys face the Cushing Tigers. And looking at both squads, kind of previewing the matchup a bit. The Cushing Tigers come into this one at 14-9. Had lost the district, but had been able to get here today in the regional consolation, and kind of a different path for them last year, as they had won the district last year but lost back-to-back games in the regional. Last year were 18-8, so the squad back to trying to be a similar record. They lost at Manford District 62-43 to Manford. And on the Woodward boys side, of course, fell to Weatherford last week. Competed in that first half. Weatherford just too much in the second half. The Woodward boys coming to this one at 10-14 on the season. They enter the regionals on the bottom side. The last 2 years, Dakota, actually, Woodward has won the district, so had been on the top side the last 2 years, but find themselves in the consolation. That being said, though, the Boomer boys have not won a regional game since the 2020 season, when they went 20-4 that year, lost in the regional consolation championship to Clinton to get eliminated, to get eliminated in that one. So trying to pick up a dub today and continue to advance on is this Boomer boys squad. And Dakota, we talked about last week, finished this regular season really strong, winning 4 out of the last 5 games.
Yeah, they did, and they come into this one trying to do what the girls just did, win a game, stay alive until tomorrow at the least, and if that, you try to win that game tomorrow. But Cushing coming in here with a not too bad of a record of, I believe, 14-9 on the season. So it's going to be an interesting matchup to see what our boys can do, as this team, it looks like they have a little bit of speed, but at the same time, they look like they have a little bit of size to match up.
Yeah, they do got a little bit of that size, and, you're going to look at some guys, a couple of juniors, Max and Lanewood in the starting lineup. Juniors very solid. The senior, Tegan Fidji, he'll be one to watch as well for Cushing. Brings some good talent. The senior as well, John Hilligoss, going to be kind of the prime contributors. Also got a sophomore lineup and Curtis Parmley. A squad that has seen success over the last few seasons, Dakota. And similar to what we just saw from the girls, they're not going to be an easy out in this regional. You host a regional, it kind of pumps you up a little bit, and really they've got a good crowd for that to do that.
That they do, and I'm kind of curious to see how both teams are going to go against each other. As you take a look at the roster for both teams, they have kind of a lot of juniors and a lot of sophomores on their team, not so heavy on the senior side. They have a couple of seniors, credit to them, but gonna kind of curious to see the grade matchup.
Right, to your point on that experience side, Hilligoss, Fidji, just the only 2 seniors in the lineup that really contribute. might see a couple off the bench, somebody like a Jasper Skelnick as well as Grayson Trainer as well, but it is primarily junior and sophomore led for the squad. But Dakota, I think you got a little hot tip about some big news for the Boomer side. Maybe get a little buff today. Not sure if he'll per se start, but maybe a big key back in the lineup that we haven't seen all season.
Oh yeah, took an injury, I think the first couple of weeks. And
first game of the season, yeah.
And
into the first game.
Unfortunately, it was Caleb Luthi. He makes his return tonight and is cleared to play. Will he play? That's the question.
That is the question. He's out there in warm-ups, going through the runs, looks a bit more solid in the step, is at least suited up. So if he doesn't get to play, I mean, it's just, for the senior, we talked about with him all season. That's tough. You get injured, you're out pretty much all season. Not sure if we're going to be back. It's just good to see him out there running. We saw him a little bit senior night. Maybe wasn't quite 100%, but he got some time on the court, got a couple of shots up. So amazing to see Luthi back out there. That's got to be a boost for those guys because, man, they really love interacting with Mr. Luthi.
Oh yeah, when you lose a guy on your roster team, that's kind of like one of your brothers that you lost, and you're not going to have him, to play. And so to have him back out there in spirit and suited up is one thing, but for him to be taking shots and playing defense out there in pregame, and that's another thing. So hopefully we get to see him out on the court, but I'm hoping for another Boomer victory here in this game.
That they are. Do want to update you over on the K101 action right now. Kate Kinney leading coverage in Enid at the Stride Bank Center. The Class B areas on the girls' side just had an absolute barn burner as Arnett takes it 46-44 over Leedy. They were down 39-27 to start the fourth quarter, and then outscored them 19-5 in the quarter en route to the victory. Puffenbarger tied the game with 10 seconds to go, and then they were able to get the game winner from Landry Bayless. So big win for Arnett. Tough break for Leedy as their road ends. That was a top 10 matchup. Both teams thought, okay, might have a chance at state in terms of being on the top side of the bracket. Got kind of upset in regionals, but Arnett survives and advances. Still a great season for the Leedy girls. Still a younger squad. Bring a lot of those pieces back next year and be able to contribute in that sense. On the Class A side, that going on at Woodward right now for the Class A areas, Area 1. Unfortunately, the Moreland Lady Bearcats fall to Garber today to end their stretch. They lose 41-32, so the Moreland Lady Bearcats end their season at 17-12. Still, though, heck of an accomplishment for Coach Uribe and crew. First time they've been in areas in at least a decade, maybe even further. So hats off to them for a great season, and we'll see them try to fight it back next season. With that said, got about 4 minutes before we get going between the Woodward Boomers and the Cushing Tigers. Let's step aside for another break, and on the other side, we'll have keys to the games, the starting lineup, and the opening tip. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
Attention Expo Farm Expo exhibitors. Booth space is now available. It's the K101 Z92 Home and Agribusiness Trade Show, and it's coming to the Woodward County Event Center and Fairgrounds April 5th, 6th, and 7th. Now in our 40th year, this show features 2 exhibitor buildings plus outdoor exhibitor space and will host an extensive variety of agriculture and farm equipment. Also, home improvement ideas, clothing, communication, and entertainment products, ATVs, lawn and garden, new and used automobiles, plus arts and crafts and great food vendors. Thousands annually rely on Expo Farm Expo to see a wide variety and selection of products and services that only a show of this size can offer. Booth space is now available by calling 580-256-4101. That's 580-256-4101. Don't miss out. Reserve your space today for the Tri-State's largest spring home and farm show and be part of Expo Farm Expo 2024. Coming to the Woodward County Fairgrounds Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, April 5th, 6th, and 7th. It's food, folks, and fun with K101.
A tree can be a warrior, battling global challenges with greater courage. A tree can be a solution, cleaning our air, supporting our communities, and protecting our wildlife. A tree can be noble, growing hope in every corner of the world. That's why now is the time for trees, millions of trees. Join our planting movement at arborday.org.
With you at Cushing as the Water Boys boys look to tackle the Cushing Tigers. Game 2 of the day from the Cushing Regionals, as both these teams in the consolation bracket. Woodward, like the girls, trying to survive and advance today against a good Cushing squad. Dakota, let's talk some of those keys to the game before we get to the starting lineups here in just a minute for both teams. What the Woodward boys got to do to be able to advance against a good Cushing squad today?
Well, you know, they've won, I believe, they're 4 of their last 5 in the regular season. So I think the boys, you know, they had that right mindset to come in here and just shoot their shots. That's what I want to see them do. I just want to see them create those good shots, good ball movement around the perimeter, and just, you know, just look for those inside shots inside the paint and try to get something rolling down there.
And Woodward, you know, we talked about against the Weatherford team last week, the #1 team at 4A. They brought some really good fights to that district, to the boys. It's just Weatherford, so deep, so talented, eventually kind of won that one by war over attrition and pulled away in that second half. But the Boomer boys could come out with that same fight, that same effort that we saw in Weatherford in that first half. They're going to be able to really go toe-to-toe with Cushing and maybe be able to take this one today. Of course, the Boomers, similar to the girls, the road team, wearing the red blacks. Got the black jersey, black shorts, the white and black mosaic pattern, some gold trim around the shoulders and neck area. White numbers and text trimmed in gold for Cushing, wearing the white jerseys, white number, white tops, white bombs, the orange numbers and text for Cushing. For the Boomers, the starting lineup, the same one we've seen pretty much through the back half of the season, with Ethan Neal, the senior, the Connor Price, the junior, Carter Reed, the junior, as well as Ben Cheap, the sophomore, and Connor Sunderland, the junior, for the Boomers in the starting lineup, coached by Kayla Gaines. For the Cushing Tigers today, it is Max Wood, the junior, Lane Wood, the junior, Curtis Parmley, the junior, as well as Kanan Guerrero, the junior, and Tegan Fitchie, the senior. So we got both of the Woods in the startup as well, and John Hilligoss. I forgot about Hilligoss. I apologize there. So not Guerrero, but Hilligoss. Oh, they do go Guerrero. Okay, so change it up just a little bit, as they don't go with Parmley.
You know, these two teams have both played Perkins Tryon, kept it around the same score.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of curious to see how well this game is going to be. In my eyes, it's going to be a very good game tonight.
As again, storylines for Cushing, both Max and Lane Wood, John Hilligoss, Guerrero, and then as well the senior, Tegan Fitchie. And for the Boomers, Ethan Neal, Connor Price, Ben Cheap, Connor Sunderland, and Carter Reed. Boomers work left to right this first half. Cushing, it goes right to left in front of us. 8 minutes back on the clock. The officials set, ready to go. Game 2 coverage. As Woodward, Cushing, it's both ones to tip it off. Max Wood against Ethan Neal for the Boomers. There's a whistle, ball in the air. Tip is tapped to Lane Wood, and Cushing begins with the first possession. Left wing goes top of the key, finds Guerrero. Kanan Guerrero feeds it left side to Fitchie. As they work it back up top, Max Wood driving free throw line, kicks out to Lane. They leave him open. He takes the three from the wing. That rattles out. Rebound scooped up by Connor Sunderland. Boomers push ahead, pass batted, but Carter Reed gets it off the tip, flies in for the layup, and banks it home from the left side. The Boomers take the first lead, 2-0.
Good, nice wild shot there by Carter Reed, and the finish.
Hey, nothing like it. Boomers a little press in the backcourt. Cushing breaks ahead with Lanewood on high left wing. Top of the key, finds Guerrero, drives a little floater, open the paint, nails it. So Kanan Guerrero with the first basket for Cushing. Makes it 2-all. Boomers back the other way. 7:10 to go first quarter. Pass is batted around. Neal comes up with it on the right wing for three. That pops out off the back iron. Rebound scooped up by Cushing. Pushing ahead. Max Wood gets at the paint, trying to take the charges. Neal, and he did, as they call the charge on Max Wood. So it's back to the Boomers.
That's what you like to see. Ethan Neal just really quickly set his feet and took it.
And that's the first foul of the game for either team. Charge to Max Wood. 2-all, 7 minutes to go first quarter. Just a minute gone by. Boomers back with it in the backcourt. Connor Price to Cheap. Cross timeline back to Price. Left side to Neal. Turns the corner, driving, trips up, stolen away as Cushing comes up with it. They race ahead. Down the lane goes Hilligoss. Puts up the high layup. That's well strong Rebound fought for, and they say out of bounds off of Cushing as Hilligoss couldn't save it on the baseline. So the Boomers get right back, still tied 2-all, 6:40 to go first quarter. As Connor Price takes the inbounds. Check to the backcourt, sees the double team coming, feeds ahead to Neal left side, to Cheap on the right wing. Bounces it to Reed in the corner, double teamed again, trying to pass back out to Cheap. It's swatted away as Max Wood runs over and knocks it out near the scorer's table. So Boomers keep possession, 6:30, first quarter, still 2-all. Carter Reed on the near side, flips into Neal, kicks it left side, Cheap, tees up the three, hand coming, and the shot off the mark, left side of the rim, scooped up by Cushing. They feed it ahead to Hilligoss, working back in the corner to Fitchie, and it's knocked out of bounds by the Boomers as Fitchie was dribbling out of the right corner. So Boomers Cushing keeps it on the right side, beneath the block on the baseline. Triggerman, Hilligoss sends it into Wood. The jumper by Max Wood just a bit short. Rebound scooped up by the Boomers. Sunderland feeds ahead to Cheap. On the right side to Reed. Tees up for the three. Let a man blow by him. That's off the side of the rim. Rebound, though, taken by Sunderland. He's fouled on the board. Good move by Connor Sunderland to get inside. And they get Max Wood for his second foul, so he's committed both fouls in the ball game. And he steps out, gives way to Roman Tucker. Yes, sir. As Boomers keep possession beneath the left block, Cheap sends it to Neal for the low floater on the oop, and Neal nails it. He's got his first basket, makes it 4-2. Boomers on top. Back the other way for Cushing, a three on the way, and good from John Hilligoss from the right wing. So he gets on the board.
Didn't take a second to knock that one down.
5-4 Cushing on top. 5:45 to go first quarter. Left wing Cheap with it for the Boomers. Goes top the key to Price. Calls out the offense. Feeds it right side to Reed. Free throw line to Sunderland. Out to Cheap in the corner to Price. Bounces it down to Neal near the block. Poked at. And they work back out to Price. The pass into Sunderland stole away as taking it is Lanewood. He drives for the layup. Too strong off the glass. Long rebound. Picked up by Price. 2-on-2 the other way. So he's got a top the key. Gets poked at from behind. Stolen away. And hit the floor hard. And get clotheslined a little bit was Hilligoss. That was a tough one. Foul on Connor Sunderland. Not intentional by Sunderland, but just a hard collision. Hilligoss popped up.
Sunderland will check out, and we will see the first minutes tonight of Gage Hutchins.
As Gage Hutchins, like I said, quickly into the ball game for the Boomers. Cushing, full court, beneath the right block. They inbound. Boomers with the pressure as a little catch between Guerrero and Hilligoss. Feeds a high left wing to Fitchie. Fitchie driving, gets the left block for the layup, a bit strong. Rebound underneath, though, by Lanewood. Puts up the second chance. That's scooped up by Neal on the miss. Flips ahead to Hutchins for the Boomers. Into the paint, kicks out left corner. Price to Hutchins. Top key to Reed, to Neal. Pumps, drives into the paint, get poked at and fouled hard on the way in. See if they call it a shooting foul or not. As Boomers trail 5-4, 4:54 to go. In the first quarter, it is a shooting foul as it's picked up by Lanewood, his first. And Ethan Neal to the line for 2 shots as he's already got 2 points. Trying to retake the lead for the Boomers. First free throw on the way, falls in. So he's got 3 of the 5, and we're all squared away at 5. 4:54 remaining first quarter. As Neal collects, getting ready for the second free throw. Dips and shoots. That one off the front of the rim. Remain tied at 5 as Lanewood comes up with the board for Cushing. Feeds ahead to Fitchie. Fitchie swings it on the far side to Guerrero. Across the timeline. Gets to the paint. Pulls up just below the free throw line for the jumper. That rattles around and sticks. So Kenan Guerrero with his first basket. Makes it 7-5. Cushing on top. 4:35 first quarter. Cheap on the right wing. Traveled with it as he caught the pass and was looking baseline, but jumped and came to a halt with no movement. So turnover for the Boomers. 7-5. Cushing still on top. Timeout taken. We'll step aside with them. 4:32 to go. First quarter. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
If you're 19 or older with certain underlying medical conditions such as asthma or diabetes, you can get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia, a potentially serious bacterial lung disease that can disrupt your life for weeks. If you're 65 or older, it is also recommended you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. No matter the season, Talk to your doctor about vaccination today and learn more at lung.org/protect yourself. A message from the American Lung Association in collaboration with Pfizer.
Back on Z92, Dakota Wagner, Tyler Riggs with you as the Woodward boys trail 7-5 in the first quarter, 4:32 remaining as Cushing has it out of the timeout. Across the timeline, top the key, collecting it is Guerrero to set up the offense. Guarded by Cheat, near the logo, count is on. At 4, has to move around, finds Lane Wood on the right elbow. In the corner, Hilligoss driving, flips it down underneath for the layup from Roman Tucker in front of the rim. Good ball moving out of the timeout. He makes it 9-5. Boomers back the other way. Reed, top key, bounces out to Neal the other way. Oh, gets fouled hard as he was trying to let a couple Tigers blow by him on the pump fake and draws the foul. So 4 minutes even remaining in the first quarter. Ethan Neal back to the line as Lane Wood picks up his second foul. So both Max and Lane Wood with 2 fouls. As we see Coda Chavez pop off the bench. Might take out Lane Wood. Neal at the line for 2 free throws for the Boomers. First one up, off the back iron, too strong. So he remains with 3 points. The Boomers still trail 9-5, and sure enough, Lane Wood steps out and goes away to Coda Chavez, Jr. Second free throw upcoming for Neal. Has 3, trying to cut it down to a 3-point gap. And that one falls in. So Neal splits the pair, makes it 9-6. Cushing back the other way, 3:55 first quarter. Double team comes to Guerrero, high right wing in the corner, gets it to Fichi, bit of a heat check as he's double teamed on the 3, but the rebound scooped up by Tucker. Top the key to Guerrero for 3, that's off the left side of the rim underneath board. Pogoed around and scooped up by Reed for the Boomers, and he's fouled on the full court. Near full court, he's at his own free throw line. Reed was swatted out by Roman Tucker. That's his first, and that's foul number 5 of the quarter. So the Boomers hit the line for 2 free throws. It's Carter Reed at the line with a chance to cut it to a 1-point game. So Woodward trails 9-6, 3:40 remaining first quarter. Reed had the opening basket for the Boomers. Has 2 points. Dipson shoots the first free throw. That one off the back iron, too strong. As checking in for Cushing is Kamario Shanklin. The junior takes out Tegan Fichi. Second free throw upcoming for Reed, and that one rails in, so he splits the pair. Makes it 9-7. Boomers trail by 2. Reed with 3 points. 3:35 first quarter. Cushing back with the possession. Guerrero across the timeline, top the key. Double teamed on the wing. Goes baseline. They work it down to Chavez, and he's swatted by Ethan Neal. Scoops up the board to Price on the left block to Reed. Gets up under the net. Puts up for the layup, and just sticks off the front of the rim. Tough look for Carter Reed. He's got 5. We're all tied up at 9 with 3:15 to go first quarter. The Boomers have raced back from the 9-5 deficit. High right wing, Hilligoss feeds to the free throw line to Shanklin. They work it back in the right corner to Guerrero. He's double teamed. Dribbles out of it, goes left wing, Tucker. Pumps, drives into the paint. A tough scoop layup. That's off the mark. Rebound fought for by Neal, but he gets tipped to Guerrero, who turns around. The fadeaway on the right baseline just pops out. Rebound scooped up by Carter Reed as the Boomers take it. 2:49 remaining first quarter. Hutchins, left wing, down to Cheap on the right block. His shot too strong, maybe affected by Kamario Shanklin. Cushing comes up with the board as Chavez takes in the backcourt. Gets it to Guerrero. Across the timeline, picked up by Cheap, high left wing. 2:33 remaining first quarter. Tie 9-all. Guerrero top the key, goes left side to Hilligoss. Finds Tucker, working in the corner. 3 on the way from Guerrero. That's too strong off the back iron. Rebound, though, is Shanklin as he pulls it back, gives it back to Guerrero, driving the tough layup. That's well strong. Backside rebound taken by Tucker, and he's fouled on the way up. And right out Cushing out rebounding the Boomers on the offensive glass. And the foul charge. I said number 5. Boomers don't have a number 5 out there right now, so not sure who they charge that one to. First foul for Tucker, almost an air ball as it goes off the front of the rim. Now they change it, looks like number 3, not number 5. So Connor Price, the foul for the Boomers. So his first, second of the quarter for Woodward. Still a 9-all as Roman Tucker missed the first free throw for Cushing. 2:12 to go. Second free throw, that one's off the back iron. Rebound fought for again Hutchins bounced it essentially off Cushing, as trying to save it was Kamaru Shanklin, and it rolled off him.
Kind of an interesting possession there. The ball was kind of hit at an awkward angle.
It was.
Made it come down weird.
Popped up a little bit. Boomers take it back. Connor Price feeds ahead to Carter Reed across the timeline, and he traveled with it, kind of faked the pass, and was looking left side to maybe Aaron Laredo, who's in the ball game. Instead, it's a turnover with 2:03 remaining first quarter. Still 9-0. Cushing takes it back, inbound from the scorer's table. Let's go to Chavez, the trigger man. Finds Guerrero. Guerrero picked up by Price across the timeline, right side. Gives way to Fitchie. Hands off to Chavez as he races to the top. Goes right wing, has the dribble, double team, tries to fire the pass. Baseline stolen away by Ethan Dill, read it all the way. Finds Price on the right side, the near side. Double team, finds Carter Reed, top to keep. That's poked, stolen away. Chavez comes up with it in the open court for the layup down the right side, got it. Cushing back on top, and Coach Chavez with his first basket makes it 11-9. Boomers it the other way, right corner, Price double team. Finds Reed, top key, turns into the paint, through some traffic down to Laredo. Lets two-man blow by him, and then goes up for the layup. Aaron Laredo with a nice move.
Good awareness by Laredo, knowing where the other guys were around him.
His first basket. Ties it back up, 11-all, minute 15 to go in the first quarter. Cushing back the other way. High right wing, taking Fitchie with it. Drives beneath the free throw line, stops, cut off. Finds a Guerrero, flies in for the runner off the back iron and rolls in. Camden Guerrero with 6 points of the 13 for Cushing. Ethan Neal back the other way at the free throw line. Finds space, pulls up off the front of the rim. Rebound scooped up by the Tigers as Guerrero takes it with 50 seconds remaining in the quarter. Cushing leads 13-11. Guerrero top the key, guarded by Hutchins. On the right side goes to Chavez on the wing. Picked up by Laredo. Attacks, kicks out to Tucker in the corner. Drives, trying to kick back out to Chavez, and they say poked out of bounds by the Boomers as Connor Price the last to touch. 34 seconds remaining first quarter. As we see John Hilligoss step back in for Cushing, takes out Roman Tucker. So on the far side, the inbound for Chavez finds Guerrero on the wing. Double team with 30 seconds. Top key, drive it to the paint, goes for the scoop layup, too strong. Rebound taken by Ethan Neal. Flips ahead to Connor Price. Price bumped at the timeline, down the right side, zips it to Laredo at the free throw line. Drives, bounces down to Hutchins, right beside him for the easy deuce.
Kind of a risky pass there because it could have got swatted, but hey, it paid off.
He drew the double team, found the open Hutchins. 13 all again, 10 seconds. Cushing the other way in the right corner, pulling up for the floater. Guerrero too strong. Rebound scooped up by Reed with 4. Cross timeline with 2. Top the key, drives to the paint, and loses the handle, and that's how we end the first half as we go to the second quarter. All tied up, 13 all between Woodward and Cushing on the boys' side of the consolation bracket. We'll step aside. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
You tackle an endless to-do list every day. It may seem like a thankless job, but you know better. It's the little things that matter most. That's why you'll appreciate the enduring value of the Michelin Defender tire. Designed for doers like you, Michelin's longest-lasting tire keeps you on the go longer, so you have one less thing to worry about on your next road trip. Stop in today for miles of uncompromised safety and performance. Visit your local Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire, at 2220 Main in Woodward.
I'm a wife and the mother of 2 kids. And when I get to work in the precinct house and put on my uniform, I can tell you, as a police officer, we're building partnerships. This should be happening everywhere, so the police should be reaching out to this community, and this community should reach out to the police. That's the way to make this a safer place.
Start the conversation and help stop crime. To learn the 5 things you can do, go to ncpc.org/prevent violent crime. A message from the National Crime Prevention Council and the Bureau of Justice Assistance.
Start the second quarter, all tied up, 13 all between Woodward and Cushing. Boomers begin with the first possession to start the quarter. They work left to right in front of us in this first half. As Neal triggers on the far side into Connor Price. As on the left side, Neal with it, feeds back to Price. Double team, goes to Hutchins in the corner. Goes cross court right side to Reed, and the paint kicks out to Neal. Drives, finds Reed top the key. Fakes the shot, rolls in for the layup attempt, and fouled all the way up through traffic was Carter Reed, so he hits the line for 2 free throws. Good take by Reed as the foul charged to Roman Tucker, his second first of the quarter for Cushing. 7:43 left first half. As we're squared away at 13, Reed looking to break the tie. First free throw on the way, that's too strong off the back iron. Reed stays with 5 points. This is the second free throw coming. Couple dribbles, dips and shoots. That one too strong as well. Rebound scooped up by Guerrero. As Tigers push ahead. Guerrero across the timeline, picked up by Reed on the right wing. Finds Hillegas near the Cushing logo at the timeline. Feeds back to Guerrero in the right corner. Double team, dribbles out of it. Looks to attack, gets into the paint, puts up the floater. That rattles around and just goes out. Rebound taken by Ethan Neal. And he's fouled nearly full court as he was double teamed as soon as he caught the rebound. That foul charged to Guerrero, his first. Second quickly of the quarter for Cushing as well. Just 40 seconds in to the second quarter. Still 13 all. Boomers looking to break the tie yet again. 7:15 to go in the half. Across the timeline. Goes Price, goes high left wing to Reed. Back over to Price on the right side. Reed takes a little catch back to Price. Scanning, hasn't used the dribble yet. Send it over to left side to Neal, looking for Carter Reed in the corner. That's swatted out of bounds. Stays with Woodward.
So we'll have a couple of substitutions in here for the Tigers.
Max and Lane Wood checking in. As coming out was Guerrero as well as Tucker for Cushing. Max and Lane Wood with 2 fouls apiece in that first quarter. On the inbounds, Price takes it for the Boomers. High left wing. 6:55 to go first half, 13 all. Price gets in the paint trying to drive and is bumped and fouled all the way in. Not a shooting foul, it's on the floor. And they tag. Just as you check back in, Max Wood picks up his third foul, so he'll have to come right back out for Roman Tucker. So Tucker in the ball game. Wood comes out. Laredo checks out. Connor Sunderland back in for the Boomers. Sunderland with a foul in that first quarter. On the inbounds, they work it left corner to Price. Dumps it down to Sunderland on the block. Finds a cutting Gage Hutchins, but he loses the handle, and it's picked up by Tegan Fiji. And Cushing back the other way. 6:35 to go first half, 13 all. On the drive, Hillegas into the paint through traffic, draws the foul on the way up. Shot was off, but John Hillegas to the line. 2 free throws for Cushing upcoming.
They'll tag Ethan Neal on the foul there. It'll be his first foul.
And first of the quarter for the Boomers. So Hillegas with 6:35 left in the first half, trying to break the tie at the line. First free throw does that as it falls through. So Hillegas with 4. 14-13, Cushing leads. Couple dribbles, collects for the second free throw, and that one rattles around, hits the back of the iron, and falls. So Hillegas makes both, makes it 15-13, Cushing on top. Boomers back the other way. High left wing, Reed takes it. Calling out the play. Hillegas guarding, but not Tyler. Reed gets ice cream, but flips over to Price. To Neal inside. They say he traveled. They say offensive foul. Offensive foul on Connor Sunderland, who was sitting clearing space off ball. So that's his second. Unfortunate for the Boomers. So Cushing takes it back with the 15-13 lead. 6:15 left in the half. Top the key, Fiji gets the high screen, drives, goes baseline to Lane Wood, fighting through traffic. He draws the foul yet again. And Cushing right back to line on back-to-back possessions. He shot off the mark.
It's going to be on Ethan Neal once again.
So he quickly picks up number 2. 6:11 left in the first half. Wayne Wood at the line. No points yet, but had early foul trouble. First free throw rattles around and falls in. So that's his first point. It makes it 16-13. Cushing on top by 3. Second free throw upcoming for Wood. Couple dribbles, dips and shoots. That one too strong off the back iron. Rebound fought for. Sent out to Carter Reed. Boomers push ahead, but Reed stripped away and stolen. As on the right side, Chavez takes it. Baseline, driving on Sunderland. They say a block on Sunderland. So that's foul number 3. Big man will have to come set. As Laredo off the bench. Tough break for Sunderland.
As Ben Cheap will also be checking in the game. He will take Gage Hutchins.
So 5 for the Boomers, Neal, Price, Cheap, Laredo, and Reed. As Cushing with the possession, leading 16-13, 6:02 to go in the half. Beneath the left block, triggering. Lane Wood. They find Tucker. Zip it back in the Wood. The tough leaner high off the glass falls. Bit of a fadeaway from Wood, so he's got his first field goal. Makes it 18-13. Cushing up by 5. The other way, Neal left wing for 3 for the Boomers. Off the back iron, rebound, fought for, poked out, collected by Hilligoss as Cushing pushes ahead. Hilligoss sends the left side to Wood, pass bit awry, scooped up by Fichi. He's double teamed through traffic, finds Wood on the left baseline inside. Hilligoss shot off the rim, collected by Laredo. Boomers push ahead 3-on-3, down to Neal for the layup in transition. What a find. Nice feed on the bounce from Aaron Laredo to Neal. Neal with 6. Boomers make it 18-15. They still trail by 3. 5:15 to go in the first half. Fiji top of the key. Drives free throw line. Gives it to Chavez, who backs out. Calls the play. Picked up by Ben Cheat. Boomers running that main defense. On the right side, Hilligoss with the pass. Back to Chavez. Launches the 3. Had some space. Well strong. Rebound scooped up by Reed on the backside. Pushes ahead to Laredo for the Boomers. To Cheat on the right baseline. Bounce pass poked. Scooped up by Reed. To Laredo on the right block. Poked at again. That's knocked away. Scooped up by Hilligoss. A steal from Cushing. An collision at the half-court line between Hilligoss and Connor Price. The foul coming to Price, and if so, that's number 5 on the Boomers' free throws upcoming for Cushing. And it is Price's seconds. So John Hilligoss to the line for Cushing. That's 2 free throws. Officials are about to do the side-out inbounds. 4:46 remaining in the first half. Do want to thank everybody for tuning in on Z92 KMZE FM Woodward. To remind you, if you got somebody out of the area, they can listen at z92online.com or go there to find the Boomer TV link as well to the stream. First free throw all the way for Hilligoss. That's too strong. So it remains 18-15. Cushing with the 3-point advantage. Have held it the last few minutes in this first half. Hilligoss collects for the second free throw, puts it up. That's off the back iron as well. Rebound though, taken by Cushing as Guerrero flies in for the board. Sits out to Chavez, long 3 all the way. Too strong, rebound taken by Price. Head to Cheap, 2-on-1. Bounces down to Reed, but finds its way to Price. Right elbow for the jumper, that's rimmed out, and it's poked out of bounds. They say last touch by the Boomers. Laredo was arguing they got poked away from them. The officials say not the case, as a timeout taken by Cushing with 4:33 remaining in the half. We'll step aside with them on the break. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
Hey Lisa, I've been seeing those pics you post of you and your family at all those fun events. What gives?
Oh, VetTix.
What's VetTix?
VetTix is an amazing charity that gives free event tickets, like concerts, sporting events, and shows, to currently serving military vets and their families, and to the immediate families of troops killed in action.
We have extra tickets sometimes. Can I donate them?
Yes, just go to vettix.org. You can give your extra tickets, and other vets like me can sign up to get them.
What a great way to give back. And listen, thank you for your service.
Out of the timeout, Cushing with the possession as they lead 18-15. 4:33 remaining in the half. Held a slim few-point advantage over the Boomers, led by as much as 5 at one point. At full court as Guerrero, the trigger man, on the baseline. Boomers sink back, will only apply about half-court pressure as Chavez takes the inbounds pass for the Tigers, met by Laredo on the high right wing. Still has the dribbles, picks it up, finds Hilligoss, top the key, checked by Price. Hilligoss below the free throw line, feeds it back out to Guerrero, gets the left elbow, flips it out to Chavez behind him. Chavez tacks into the paint from the top key, up and under for the layup, but foul as Ethan Neal tried to come up with the block and fouled him. As Neal, that would be his 3rd if it is the case, and it is. So that's number 6 in the quarter for the Boomers. And at the line, Cota Chavez for 2 free throws. Has 2 points in the ballgame. Gage Hutchins off the bench, likely to check in for Neal. First free throw for Chavez just rolls out off the front of the rim. Remains 18-15, Cushing on top, and as expected, Neal checks out, gives way to Gage Hutchins. Neal to the bench with his 3 fouls. Second free throw on the way for Chavez. That one falls as well, or falls, I should say. splits the pair, makes it 19-15. 4:05 left in the first half. Boomers back the other way, working left to right. Connor Price top the key, goes to Cheap left side, to Neal on the elbow, or to Reed, excuse me, on the elbow. Double team, backs out to Price, top the key. Goes to Hutchins in the corner to Cheap, trying to bounce it back to Hutchins, stolen away, picked up by Lane Wood as he comes up with the steal for the Tigers. Feeds to Chavez, to Wood on the left baseline. Has the dribble, tacks into the paint, pulls up for the jumper. That's off the side of the rim. Rebound taken by Laredo. Brewers trail 19-15. Right wing, Cheap takes it, loses the handle, but it goes to Hutchins. Hutchins bumped and fouled at the top of the key. Chavez all over. Let's go to Chavez's fourth of the quarter for Cushing. One more, they will put the Boomers in the bonus. As Woodward on the near side in front of the Cushing bench. The inbound, Carter Reed triggers into Laredo. Swing it left side to Price. Checked up by Guerrero. Price with the dribble to Laredo on the right side. Cushing with the main defense of their own. In the corner to Cheap. Works back up to Reed. Exploring the space with the dribble. Angles it back out. Picked up tightly by Guerrero. Gets around him. Gets the left elbow for the runner. That's off the glass, off the rim. Rebound fought for. It's on the ground. And Cushing picks it up as Fitchie just collects it. Gives the head to Hilligoss on the baseline to Chavez. Fade away. Gets out of the corner to Guerrero. The long three. Rainbow's out. Rebound fought for. It's thrown into Fitchie in the paint as he resets it out to Guerrero. Top the key for three, and he nailed the second chance. So Kana Guerrero with 9 points of the 22 for Cushing, and they've got the 22-15 lead with 2:48 to go in the first half. A timeout taken. No, foul, excuse me.
Yep, they're going to get a foul. He was holding Connor Price there on the inbound, so they'll get number 5.
And that would be John Hilligoss. So Connor Price to the line for 2 free throws as that was foul number 5 on Cushing. So Boomers trailing by 7. Chance to chip back at it with Price at the line. That's 2 fouls, but no points. First free throw on the way, off the back iron, too strong. Remains 22-15. Boomers trailing by 7. Second free throw for Price. Couple dribbles, a third, dips and shoots. That one falls, so he splits the pair. Makes it 22-16 and collects his first point of the game. Cushing breaks press the other way. Hilligoss on the left baseline. Kicks out to Fitchie. To Guerrero, left wing for another three. This one's strong off the back iron. Rebound tipped out and collected by Guerrero. Drives into the paint. Kicks over left corner. Hilligoss launches the long shot. It's an air ball. Lane fights for it on the Lane Wood fights for it on the backside. Trying to save it. Fading out of bounds. Throws it to Carter Reed. Gives it to Connor Price. Ahead to Hutchins. Left corner for the Boomers. 2:20 to go in the ball game. Left wing to Price. Back to Hutchins at the corner. Free throw line to Reed. Double team. Fighting through traffic. Goes up for the little runner. That's off the back iron. Rebound scooped up by Hilligoss, but he's poked at by Laredo on the board. Somehow they work to Fitchie. Body's on the floor. Fitchie in the backcourt with it. Flips ahead to Hilligoss. Drives on Hutchins. Double team. Kicks out. Chavez for the three. Right corner. Splash to home. Coda Chavez with 6 and Cushing with a 9-point advantage. 25-16. Boomers ahead to Reed right side. To Price top key to Hutchins. And the left wing. The corner to Cheap. Looking to pass, finds Reed with 1:45 to go, top of the key. Right corner, Hutchins takes it, dump it inside to Reed, gets in for the easy layup. Carter Reed with 7, cuts back to a 7-point deficit for the Boomers, 25-18. 1:30 to go in the half, Cushing with the lead in possession. As Chavez on the right side, picked up by Laredo, goes free throw line to Lane Wood. Drives to the block, puts up a little runner over Carter Reed. Well strong, rebound scooped up by Hutchins. Races ahead for the Boomers, gets poked at. It's picked up by Fitchie. Cushing takes it right back, dumps it down to Guerrero for the easy deuce. He's got 11. Cushing makes it 27-18. They lead by 9. Boomers the other way. Left side, Hutchins in the corner to Cheap. Top the key to Price. Works it to Laredo on the wing. Right corner to Reed. Picked up by Fitchie. Goes back up top to Price. 55 seconds to go in the first half. Right side back to Reed. In the corner to Laredo. Finds Price with 48 seconds on the baseline. Boomers patiently working back around. Directing traffic is Reed with it on the right wing. Guarded Tyler by Guerrero. Back to Price. Drives baseline. Top key Cheap. Left side to Laredo. 37 seconds in the corner. Hutchins launches the three. It's well strong. Rebound picked up by Fitchie on the backside. Takes the head to Chavez. They leaked out. Flipped it ahead to Hilligoss for the layup. So Hilligoss makes it a 11-point advantage for Cushing. 29-18. 20 seconds to go in the first half as the Boomers have it trailing. Price holds it at the C. Goes right wing to Cheap. Elbow to Reed, trying to go baseline to Hutchins, and Cushing read all the way. Fici with the steal. Finds Hilligoss with 8. Bit of a jog across the timeline. High right wing with 6. Left wing, Fici launches the deep 3. That's well off the mark with 2. But it's back to Chavez at the buzzer for the jumper, and it's off the mark as well. And we go into the half with Cushing on top 29-18 over the Boomers. Let's step aside for break. Come back for the halftime show. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
Need to pay the babysitter, but don't have enough cash? Use Zelle, located in the Bank 7 Mobility app, to send money from your account to someone else's within minutes. With an email address or phone number, you can directly pay anyone you trust. Zelle is fast, safe, and free. Visit bank7.com for more details. Data rates and transfer limits may apply. Member FDIC.
Attention Expo Farm Expo exhibitors. Booth space is now available. It's the K101 Z92 Home and Agribusiness Trade Show, and it's coming to the Woodward County Event Center and Fairgrounds April 5th, 6th, and 7th. Now in our 40th year, this show features 2 exhibitor buildings plus outdoor exhibitor space and will host an extensive variety of agriculture and farm equipment. Also, home improvement ideas, clothing, communication, and entertainment products, ATVs, lawn and garden, new and used automobiles, plus arts and crafts and great food vendors. Thousands annually rely on Expo Farm Expo to see a wide variety and selection of products and services that only a show of this size can offer. Booth space is now available by calling 580-256-4101. That's 580-256-4101. Don't miss out. Reserve your space today for the Tri-State's largest spring home and farm show and be part of Expo Farm Expo 2024. Coming to the Woodward County Fairgrounds Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, April 5th, 6th, and 7th. It's food, folks, and fun with K101.
And back at the half, Woodward trailing Cushing 29-18 after 2 quarters. Let's look at the halftime stats for both squads. For Cushing, lead the way. Cannon Guerrero with 11 points has made a 3 as well. Has 11 of their 29. 6 for Coda Chavez. We got 7 from John Hilligoss. Got a few from Lane Wood, and I think I said 6 for Coda Chavez. It did. On the Boomers side, you've got 7 for Carter Reed, 6 for Ethan Neal, and other than that, a couple points for Gage Hutchins as well as Aaron Laredo, and a point for Connor Price. Quarter scoring, the Boomers had it tied up with Cushing 13 all after the first, but Cushing won the second quarter 16-5. Dakota, and kind of put some of the clamps on the Boomer offense.
That they did. You know, their shooting and their rebounding was kind of just goes hand in hand for Cushing, as they just do very well at rebounding and getting those second chance points. And then behind the arc, they can kind of light it up. I know that they're not making every one of them, but when you get those second chance points behind it, it just helps even that much more.
Definitely. So, and you mentioned kind of their size in the pregame, and rightfully noted that. And right now, take advantage of it. The Boomers are trying to fight on that glass, but there's been a lot of tips, a lot of poke outs. You know, extending those possessions for Cushing has led to some of those second chance points for the Tigers. Do want to remind you, over on K101, Kate Kennedy continuing coverage from the Enid area. The Stride Bank Center is Class B Area 1, as he had a barn burner in that girls game. Ornette won a tight one over Leedy, 46-44. Is on the boys game now of Westland Christian and Lomega. That one going on at the moment. And later at 7:30 has Timberlake and Balco tonight over on K101. That'll be a treat to listen to, as we'll be probably close back to Woodward at that point. So we do know the Woodward girls, in case you missed it earlier, got the 41-38 win. They play tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Should the boys win in this ball game, they will play at 7:30 right after the girls. The girls for Woodward now await the loser of tonight's Community Christian Skytook girls game that's played at Lincoln Christian tonight. The loser of that one faces Woodward tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Boomers trail 29-18 at the break on the boys' side to the Cushing Tigers. Let's step aside for a break, come back, get you some keys to the second half, and kind of break down what the Boomers could do to claw out of this 11-point gap. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
Life never stops moving. Between the 30-minute commutes, daycare pickups, and that weekend trip to Grandma's, you're racking up the miles. What you need is a tire that can keep up, like the exceptionally long-lasting Michelin Defender tire. With an 80,000-mile warranty and the safety you expect, you can lose track of the miles and focus on what really matters, the memories made along the way. Stop in today at 2220 Main in Woodward to see your local Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire.
You guys just didn't want it bad enough. That should have been an easy win. What were you doing out there? You got to hustle. You could have made that play if you'd been open.
On the car ride home after the game, when you think you're helping by telling me what I did wrong and what I need to work on, all I hear is that I'm not good enough, that I'm supposed to be perfect, that it's not okay to lose. On the car ride home, all I need to hear is how much you love me and enjoy watching me play, that my worth isn't determined by my performance, that even on my worst day, I am worthy, that you see me learning, growing, and doing my best, and that is enough.
This message presented by the OSSAA and the Oklahoma Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
And back at Cushing, the Tigers on top of the Boomers, 29-18 at the break. Do want to thank, while we have the chance, our great Boomer sponsors supporting us on the broadcast here today. High Plains Tire, gold sponsor, sponsor of the Boomer Coaches Show. Top Cat Formal Wear and Accessories, Great Plains National Bank, Northwest Glass, Klein Mechanical, Divine Stationery, R5 Custom Embroidery, Long Shots Bar and Grill, who is our Coaches Show host and our Road to the Big House sponsor this weekend for areas and this regional in Cushing is Bank 7. Could not do it without them. And update you, I mentioned that Omega Wesleyan Christian game going on at the moment over in Enid. Kate Kinney with that coverage into the third quarter. Omega on top, Wesleyan Christian 45-41, a tight one so far. Has been back and forth between the teams as Omega's kind of continued to hold a slim advantage through that game. But Dakota, looking at some of those keys for the Boomers in the second half as they're still in the locker room as Cushing's back out. Again, really the clamps were kind of put on in that second quarter. You played them well in the first quarter, but what the Boomers got to do to get out some of those shooting woes they had in the second quarter?
You know, you talked about those shooting woes and just us kind of, I wouldn't say forcing too many shots, but just taking silly shots that, you know, just I don't think we should shoot.
Maybe some lower percentage of shots.
Yeah, I was kind of looking at the body language of Coach Gaines, you know, after some of the shots, and I think the second half adjustments are going to be make better shots, you know, swing the ball around the perimeter, quit with, you know, the inside no-look passes that get, you know, tipped away and stolen. So, you know, minimal passes, I think, is what the Boomers are going to have to do. Just not dribbling a whole bunch down the court, and you know, take smarter shots, be more physical on the rebounds, and you know, try for those second chance points.
Well, knowing that you got to go to bat with some of that size for Cushing, that's what you're saying you got to do. You got to be physical on those boards, and shot selection definitely going to be a big key should you want to work back into this game.
You know, and if you really think about it for the Boomers, hey, you are down by 11 points. It's a win or go home situation. Yeah. So if you want to go home, then I mean, but if you want to win the game, you got to get back into this game and start to put the fight up.
We'll see how the Boomers could do that as they've entered back on the court, getting some of those warm-up shots in. Still a minute or so to go. The girls kind of sticking around, watching for a minute, getting some food after their thrilling 41-38 win. Got some former boys here as well. Saw both Sam and Max Cheap down there watching, cheering on Ben at the moment. But again, should the Woodward boys come back, win this one, their opponent would be the loser of the Community Christian Ulaga-Talala game. That's played tonight at 7:30. So whoever loses that game will face the winner of this Cushing-Woodward game tomorrow at 7:30. So could have just one game tomorrow. We know we'll at least have one with the girls at 6 o'clock. The boys are trying to join that here tomorrow as well as they look to get it rolling in the second half. see what kind of lineup Coach Gaines goes with to start that second half. Is really only boomer in foul trouble was Connor Sunderland with his 3. Ethan Neal maybe a little bit as well. I think had a couple. He wound up with 3.
He ended up with
actually,
3 at the.
So there's your 2 guys in foul trouble, if you will, for the Boomers. 2 of the bigger men. As both teams in their final huddles. Coach Christensen leading the Cushing huddle. Coach Gaines leading the Woodward huddle. And we got some decent fan support as well for the Boomers here tonight. Long trip, or I say tonight, this afternoon, long trip, good 3 hours. Not only have some good crowd support, but got the cheerleaders as well. Sarah McDowell bringing the group out. So always like to have that home court pep, if you will.
Yeah, you do. And, you know, just taking a look through this Boomer crowd, you mentioned Max and Ben, and then you see Caroline Price out there watching her younger brother Connor. So a lot of Boomer faithful out here tonight.
And Cushing begins with the ball to start the second half. As they work left to right in this half, Woodward goes right to left in front of us. On the far side, looking to trigger on the inbounds is taking Fiji. Picked up by Ethan Neal, who does start the second half. For the Boomers, it's Neal, Price, Reed, Cheap, and Sunderland, the starting 5. Neal and Sunderland playing with those 3 fouls. Inbound goes in the backcourt to Guerrero. We're underway in the second half. As across the timeline, Guerrero guarded tightly by Reed. Drives, kicks over to Fitchie on the left wing. Finds Guerrero again, popping out beside him. They work it right side to Hilligoss, picked up by Price. Throws it to Lanewood at the free throw line, who's checked tightly by Sunderland. Turn in the corner, Hilligoss drives to the paint on Price, finds Wood at the free throw line, has to kick it back out left side to Hilligoss. They were so far defending the paint. 7:28 to go in the third quarter. Cushing with the 29-18 lead. Taking a long possession, Tucker with it, right corner to Guerrero for the 3. That's off the side of the rim. Rebound scooped up by Neal. Being poked at from behind, Tucker poked it away, went right to Fiji. So a turnover by the Boomers in transition. As Reed couldn't get it away from Tucker in time. Fiji driving, gets to the paint, goes for the runner high off the glass, and it sticks. So taking Fiji with his first basket of the ball game, or maybe the second. Oh, just his first. 31-18 Boomers trail. Back the other way, left side Reed with goes right side to Price in the paint. Neal flies open for the jumper on the block. It pops off the glass and out of the rim, just short. Rebound scooped up by Cushing. They push back the other way. The layup by Tucker, too strong. Good defense by the Boomers. Rebound by Neal, flips ahead to Cheap, to Sunderland, into the paint, takes it himself, tries to go for the shot, blocked by Lane Wood, and picked up by Cushing as Hilligoss pushes ahead, doesn't have the numbers. Double team, right side, stolen away by Sunderland on the pass. He's got the 2-on-2 the other way, swiped at, still gets the layup through traffic. So Connor Sunderland with the big layup off the second half, start the second half for the Boomers. 6:10 to go, third quarter, 31-20. Boomers still trail by 11. Cushing with it. Guerrero top the key, goes left side to Fiji. Left corner, they zip it down to Guerrero, cutting into the paint, gets open for the layup. So Guerrero with the basket. He's got 13 of the Cushing 33. They lead by 13, 33-20. Boomers the other way, top the key. Right side, Price takes it from Reed, back up to Reed, straight away for the 3, a long one. It's off the side of the rim, scooped up by Sunderland underneath, but he can't save it from going out of bounds, or does, excuse me, but gives it to Lane Wood. A 3 on the way from Hilligoss left side, that's too strong. Picked up by Carter Reed, races ahead, 3-on-2 to Cheap for the layup, too strong. Rebound poked out, Neal picks it up, he drives, puts up the floater and gets it to stick. So Ethan Neal cleans it up after the miss. He's got 8. Still a 11-point ball game. Cushing leads 33-22 over the Boomers. 5:15 to go, third quarter. High right wing. Guerrero with it, gets a couple screens. Sends it over to Fitchie. He's got it top the key. Hands off to Tucker. Picked up by Cheap left side. Gets the screen from Fitchie. Flips back to Guerrero. Picked up by Reed. Guerrero free throw line. Pulls up for the runner. That's too strong. Rebound scooped up by Neal. Pushes ahead for the Boomers. 4-on-3 the other way. Cheap left side. Down to Neal. Cutting the paint through traffic. A double team, gets fouled all the way up. And Ethan Neal draws free throws for Woodward. With 4:50 remaining, third quarter. That's the first foul of the second half. The second charge to John Hilligoss of the ball game. As Max Wood steps off the bench for Cushing, looks to check in. Neal at the line for 2 opportunities, has 8 points. First free throw on the way, just rims out. So remains 33-22. As a couple substitutions, Chavez as well as Max Wood in. Takes out Fitchie and Tucker. Second free throw upcoming for Neal. And that one splashes, so he splits the pair. Makes it 33-23. Boomers trail by 10. 4:45 remaining. Cushing back the other way. High right wing. Chavez takes the pass. Guarded tightly by Hutchins. Top key to Max Wood. Down inside to Lane Wood. Double teamed. Oh, they say a foul. Thought he said he traveled with it. They're saying he got held. And it's by Gage Hutchins. And that is his first foul. First of the second half for the Boomers as well. So Cushing keeps it as Hilligoss beneath the right block on the baseline. The trigger man trying to zip it underneath to Max Wood, and it's batted out of bounds by Connor Price. So he resets. Hilligoss moves a little further away from the block on the right side. This time zips it into Max Wood. A little floater that's too strong, and a foul underneath as Connor Sunderland took the board strong.
I believe it's going to be on Max Wood. That's his 4th.
That is. So him and Lane both with 4. No, excuse me, Lane with 2.
So here he comes out.
Yep, and he just checked back in. So Boomers the other way, looking to cut the 10-point deficit. Top to Key Price. Goes right side to Reed. Guarded tightly by Guerrero. Has the dribble, uses it, but gets it stolen away by Chavez. Stepped up ahead to Guerrero for the layup and got it. Guerrero with 15. Boomers trail by 12, 35-23. Hutchins drives to the paint while it gets through some traffic, and they called him for the travel. Thought he was going to get a call for getting bumped, but not the case as Laredo steps in, takes out Carter Reed. And Max Wood does check out for Cushing. As Hilligoss takes the inbounds pass, the Tigers up 35-23, 4:05 remaining, third quarter. Top key, Hilligoss guarded by Price. Goes left side to Tucker in the corner. Finds Guerrero, picked up by Laredo. Hands up top to Chavez with the dribble. Kicks out, right corner, Roman Tucker for the 3 open. That's strong off the iron. Rebound fought for, scooped up by Hutchins. Gives it to Laredo, but it's on the ground. Cushing takes it back as Tucker feeds ahead to Lane Wood, and he gets the charge as Connor Sunderland draws it. So that's the 3rd foul, Lane Wood. And 3rd of the quarter for Cushing. And it's a turnover.
That's what you like to see, Connor Sunderland taking those charges.
Him taking a charge, Neal's taking a charge this game. 2 of them drawn so far for the Boomers. As they work back, down by 12. Left wing, Neal with it. Top key to Laredo, right side to Price. Launches the 3 in rhythm. That's off the side of the rim. Rebound underneath, picked up by Sunderland, but then the jump ball force. Possession arrow keeps it with Woodward. Sunderland tried to rip that board away. Got tied up as Neal, the trigger man, beneath the left block. Slaps the ball, kicks out to Hutchins, left corner, launches the 3 open, and it falls for Gage Hutchins. His first. And a big one for the Boomers as they cut it back to a 9-point disadvantage, 35-26, 3:20 remaining, third quarter. Cushing the other way in the left corner. Lane Wood takes it, drives, kicks out to Hilligoss, launches a straightaway 3 for the answer. That rims out. Neal with the board, and then gets fouled nearly full court. Coach Christensen not liking that, as it's Roman Tucker picking up the foul. That's his 3rd. And foul number 4 for Cushing of the quarter. So the Boomers could have a chance at bonus free throws on the next foul. As Price takes the inbounds pass in the backcourt, works left side to Laredo, back to Price, left wing. Sends it to Laredo in the corner after getting cut off. Laredo double team, finds Sunderland underneath, trying to body up. Max Wood puts up the layup, too strong. Rebound taken by Hutchins. He pokes it back up, it just rims out. Sunderland trying to fight for the board. It's swatted away from him to Tucker, flips ahead to Chavez, Euro steps through Ethan Neal and gets the layup. Tough move from Coach Chavez with the left-handed finish. 37-26, Cushing back on top by 11. Neal on the right side, almost out of bounds, but finds Sunderland in the paint, trying to body up. A man throws it off the glass and in. 4 for Connor Sunderland, makes it 37-28, 2:30 to go in the third quarter. Cushing with the lead and possession. Left side, pass by Guerrero, stolen away by Hutchins. Gets to the backcourt, near the baseline, just flips it behind his back, no look to Laredo for the layup. Oh my goodness, Hutchins with the no look. The eyes behind the back of his head, found Laredo. makes it 37-30, and a timeout taken by Cushing and Coach Christensen with 2:08 remaining in the quarter. Let's step aside for a quick break. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
Yo! Sorry, man. I took an upper to stay awake. My heart started pounding, so I took a downer to take the edge off. Honestly, I feel worse now.
What? One of my friends overdosed after mixing drugs like that. I don't want that to happen to you.
Yeah, I definitely won't be doing that again.
Well, let's stay online for a bit so I know you're okay.
Yeah, man. Bet. Let's go.
There is no safe way to mix drugs. Learn more at cdc.gov/stop-overdose.
And back on Z92 Boomer TV, Woodward trying to make a run in the third quarter as they trail 37-30. And what a play from Gage Hutchins right before the timeout. Got the steal, had to track it down the deep far corner, and the Dakota, the no-look pass behind the back to find Laredo wide open.
You know, I'm going to have to ask him if he even knew Aaron Laredo was in the area.
I don't know where he saw him.
Or if he just was, you know, kind of threw it behind the head, took a prey for a basket and got one.
And it was right on the money.
I mean, it was.
As out of the timeout, the Tigers with the possession. Dakota Chavez across the timeline, picked up by Connor Price. On the right wing, bounces it inside, looking to Tucker, turns around for the shot. Off the mark, and Tucker fouls full court as Neal picks up the board, and that's number 5 for Cushing at the quarter. Free throws coming for Neal. That's foul number 4 on Roman Tucker. So Cushing maybe losing a little composure as Tucker will check out, give way to Tegan Feechey.
And as you were just saying that, Chavez comes over to Tucker, pats him on the back, and trying to have an uplifting moment for him.
Yeah, because he's probably frustrated. That's 2 of them he's picked up full court in this quarter. Neal at the line for 2 shots. First one off the back iron out as Feechey steps in for Tucker. 37-30, Boomers trail by 7. Neal at the line has split the pair each time. Second one on the way. And it splashes, so he makes another. He has 10, cuts it to a 6-point deficit. Presses on for the Boomers as they trail 37-31, Cushing with it. On the far side, or the near side, Hilligoss takes it across the timeline on the pass. Feeds Guerrero top of the key. Price picks him up, has the dribble. Pounds it on the left wing. Scanning, sends it to Chavez. Picked up by Hutchins, top of the key. Chavez goes left side to Lanewood. Connor Price, the big man guarder. Up top to Feechey. Dumping inside to to Guerrero trying to drive, and he's fouled by Connor Price reaching in. That's Price's 3rd. Second of the quarter for the Boomers. Not his shooting foul, stays on the floor. Minute 23 to go in the third quarter. Boomers trail 37-31. Trying to come up with the stop. Beneath the right block, Guerrero on the baseline. Looks, counts up to 4, and gets it in to Hilligoss. Drives in for the layup and got it. Hilligoss with 9. Makes it 39-31. Boomers the other way. Long pass gets to Hutchins on the baseline. His shot off the mark. Rebound fought for. Laredo trying to bat at it, but Feechey comes up with it for Cushing. He pulls ahead. And then checks up on the right wing. Picked up by Ethan Neal. Minute to go, third quarter. Cushing trying to push back to a 10-point advantage. On the high left wing, Hilligoss takes it. Price guarding, but not tightly. Sends it left corner, Guerrero. Picked up by Hutchins. Guerrero turns, drives the paint, a wild layup. That's well off the mark. Picked up by Neal full court. As he flips it ahead to Price. To Laredo across the timeline, right side. And Laredo just with the charge, yep. Chavez sat there for a solid minute. Laredo just kind of bodied into him. Sophomore's got to be aware of there as that's the first foul on Laredo. The turnover for the Boomers. With 42 seconds remaining in the third quarter, Cushing gets it back with the 39-31 lead. And Laredo steps out, gives away to Colt Moore, the freshman. Laredo to the bench with his 4 points. And the press is on for the Boomers as Feechey triggers into Guerrero. Works over to Chavez, far side, still in the backcourt. Throws it ahead to Hilligoss near the timeline, but not across. Finally gets it to Guerrero across timeline with 30 seconds remaining in the quarter. On the left wing, picked up by Price. Has the dribble top of the key. Pounds the rock. Looks left side to Chavez. 20 seconds to go. In the corner, Guerrero thinks about the 3, drives on Price, gets at the paint, scoops up for the layup, just off the side of the rim and falls in. That was a high arcing layup, and he got it. He's got 17, makes it a 10-point advantage, 41-31. 5 seconds for the Boomers left wing. Hutchins in the paint. Sunderland with 3. Stops, pulls up for the shot off the glass and banked it in to end the third quarter. And the Boomers go into the fourth, trailing 41-33, trying to survive in day one of the regionals against the Cushing Tigers. Let's step aside to listen to Boomer basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
I love playing sports, especially for my school. And that's because school sports are special. It's where it's safe to fail. It's where we're taught resilience, where our fear becomes confidence. It's where we learn to get back up after every fall. School sports are where 7.8 million students go from I can't to I can.
This message presented by the OSSAA and the Oklahoma Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Ask yourself what you will miss more, your children or cigarettes. As long as I can remember, my mother smoked. She died from lung cancer when I was 16. I could not take the chance of continuing smoking and not being here for my daughter. I know how much I needed my mom still, and I didn't realize it until I had lost her.
You're not just quitting for yourself. For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. A message from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
Quarter as Cushing leads Woodward 41-33 in the Class 4A Area 1 Regional at Cushing. Tigers begin with the possession to start the final frame. On the far side, Chavez inbounds to Hilligoss. They work left to right in this half. Chavez, free throw line, dumps down inside to Wood. Max Wood's shot off the mark, gets the second chance and rails it in. Wood playing with the 4 fouls. Picks up his first basket of the ball game. Boomers the backcourt with it, trailing by 10. Flip ahead to Ethan Neal left side. And the paint to Sunderland bump, loses the handle. Stolen away by Max Wood. Cushing pushing. Wood pulls up left elbow for the jumper. Fouls it in, so he's got back-to-back buckets. And Cushing leads by 12, 45-33, 7:20 remain in the ball game. Price goes ahead to Hutchins, and a timeout taken by Coach Kayla Gaines as the Boomers get in the front court with the 7:20 remaining. And going after the Boomers, you trail by 12 quickly. Cushing with a couple back-to-back buckets after you're trailing by 8 in the third. What the boys got to do to close this one down, you trailed by 11 at the half. You won the third quarter by 3, but now you got to find something in this fourth.
Yeah, as you know, you mentioned it, Cushing kind of raced out to that basket right there, and now they're up by 12. Boomers have got to be more smart with their passes. It seems like no matter where on the court, they're still making some silly passes, and it seems like they're forcing a couple of their shots. So if we can just, clean up the passes a little bit inside of the paint, and as well as clean up our shots a little bit and not force them as much, I feel like we could get back into this ball game, but at the same time, you want to play good defense without fouling.
Yeah, Cushing's been real tough, forcing some of those tough shots. Boomers out of the timeout, have the possession, trailing 45-33, 7:15 remaining. Left side, Connor Sunderland takes it, feeds to Price, top the key, free throw line to Moore. Dumps down to Price on the baseline, gets space, goes up for the shot, swatted, affected. Sunderland collects it back, and his shot a second time swatted, this time by Lane Wood. Pass ahead, though, stolen by Ethan Neal. The Boomers get it right back as Neal jogs and slows down the pace. Right side to Hutchins. In the corner, back to Neal, working in the paint, puts up the left-handed floater, rolls off the front of the rim and in. So Neal with 12, cuts back to a 10-point deficit. Boomers, though, need some stops and a couple scores. As in the backcourt, Hilligoss across the timeline on the right side, checked by Colt Moore, the freshman. On the wing, drives, double team, kicks out, stolen away by Neal. Boomers come up with another one. Flips ahead to Moore, to Hutchins in the right corner, driving baseline, flips down to Sunderland for the layup, and it rolls in. Through some traffic, Sunderland with 8.
Good ball movement there by Gage Hutchins.
And a great job by Colt Moore as well on the defense of the push ahead, 45-37. Back the other way, Chavez right wing for Cushing, gets the block, double team cut off, has to go out to Guerrero on the wing. Inside to Lane Wood, and draws the foul as Sunderland takes another charge, and that's Lane Woods' fourth, and another turnover for Cushing with 6:08 remaining in the ball game.
His fourth foul, and Connor Sunderland's second charge of the night.
Good job by Sunderland to draw that one, as you mentioned, his second. And then for, as well, Ethan Neal has drawn one. So Boomers have absorbed 3 charges. As they were making sure it was the fourth foul on Lane Wood, and quickly upon confirmation, Roman Tucker steps in with his 4 fouls to take out Lane Wood.
So you got 2 players on the court right now with 4 fouls for Cushing.
Well, both Max and Lane Wood with 4 apiece, and then Roman Tucker with 4.
Oh.
So they've got 3 in total with 4 fouls, but 2 on the court, you were correct. Boomers back the other way as Neal dumps down to Hutchins left side, drives for the layup, and they say an offensive foul on Gage Hutchins. Oh, a tough one. And that's his second. First of the quarter for the Boomers, 1 apiece in the quarter for each team. Boomers trail 45-37, Cushing back with it. As they feed ahead, trying to break the press. In the backcourt, Tucker finds Guerrero, who walks it across. High left wing, picked up by Hutchins. Bounces it, flips over to Hilligoss beside him. Picked up by Neal in the man defense. Hilligoss high on the wing with the dribble moves. Gets into the paint on the crossover. Hands off to Max Wood, body his way in and traveled with as the Boomers just played straight up. Great job by Neal as well as Sunderland to force the travel.
Good defense there.
Absolutely, as Max Wood was starting to throw some elbows too. 5:35 remaining. Boomers trail 45-37, trying to stay alive in the regional. High left wing, Hutchins. Double team, goes back to Price in the corner. Sees the double team coming. Top the key to Neal. Cushing trying to trap Neal, Price goes on the right side to Colt Moore. He can't handle the pass, but Cushing the last to touch as Guerrero lost his footing trying to pick it up. So it's back to the Boomers. As Neal on the far side, the trigger man. 5:18 left of the ball game. Boomers need a basket, trailing 45-37. Neal inbounds to Hutchins, top the key, swings it high left wing to Price. In the left corner, Neal launches a 3, but it's blocked by Roman Tucker out of bounds. He caught up with it. Neal thought he had the open look. Boomers do keep it. But Cushing right now flying to the ball. As Price beneath the left block on the baseline. The trigger man gets into Neal left corner. They swing it to Moore, right wing, on the right side to Price. Drives, a little floater, a teardrop, rims out, but Sunderland with the board somehow puts it back up as he's fallen to the ground and gets it. Connor Sunderland with 10 big ones. Cuts it back to a 6-point deficit. Boomers on the press, force the turnover as Chavez can't corral the pass from Guerrero. 4:56 remain in the ball game. Boomers have whittled away at this lead. As Neal on the near side, before he can, a timeout taken by Coach Christensen and Cushing. Dakota, it's everything we talked about. You just play some good defense, force some of those turnovers, get those easy baskets, and hey, the Boomers are getting some of the tough ones too.
It was just a 12-point game not too long ago.
13-point game.
The Boomers, they have that Boomer magic in them trying to come back in this one. Just a 6-point game, 2 3-pointers would tie it up.
Yeah, you're within a couple of possessions now for the Boomers. You got to keep on the roll. We'll see what Coach Christensen draws up for Cushing, what adjustments he tries to make since he's got some guys with foul trouble. We mentioned both Max and Lanewood with 4 apiece. Roman Tucker playing with 4. And those 3 guys all contributing, although Cannon Guerrero has been the big cog for Cushing today with 17 of their 45. They're a little quiet so far in this in this fourth quarter. On the near side, Colt Moore trickles for the Boomers into Connor Price. They begin the possession. Left wing back to Moore, top key to Neal. Free throw line to Sunderland. Through some traffic, flips back to Hutchins underneath the basket, puts it up and in. Tough pass from Sunderland, finds Hutchins, and he's got 7. It's a 4-point ball game, 45-41. Boomer presses on again. This time Guerrero breaks it. Down the left side, gets to the paint. The floater, it falls over Sunderland. Guerrero with 19 and a big one for Cushing as it pushes back to 6. Price the other way to Moore, and the pass well high by Price. Moore can't control it, it's out of bounds. Trying to go a little too fast there was Connor Price.
Yeah,
had Moore on the baseline.
Couldn't get his hands on the ball in time.
So beneath the left block, Cushing for the inbound. Inbounds goes to Hilligoss as he works it ahead. To Chavez, left wing, steps out for the 3 and drained it. Nobody picked him up. Coda Chavez with 11. And it's a 9-point game again with 4:05 to go. 50-41, Boomers trail. Price double team. Right wing to Moore on the left side. Baseline to Hutchins. Inside to Sunderland and floats it home. Connor Sunderland with 12. 7-point ball game again. Boomers trying to come back into it. Counts on right now for Cushing. They haven't chased down a 5-second call on Cushing. As it went into the crowd, Coach Christensen's wanted an explanation,
well,
but nobody went and got it.
The official, yeah, he started the count, told the player, then just dropped the ball, started the count, ball rolled on the floor.
So the Boomers get it back. Coach Christensen upset as he's all the way across the scorer's table. On the inbound, Price goes to Centerland, swatted from behind by Tucker. Cushing takes it ahead with Chavez. Across the timeline, top the key, fakes the shot, tries to go left side, just threw it away. Was looking for Tucker, and Tucker was cutting into the baseline. Tucker telling Chavez, hey, calm down a bit. As Cushing's starting to feel it. Some of that pressure applied for Woodward, but still a 7-point game. The official warning Christensen to get back as he's out of the coaching box. He's been out of it for a couple minutes. Top the key, Price the other way for the Boomers. Double team, has to step out of it. On the baseline, finds Moore wide open. He gets fouled all the way up. Colt Moore just ran the baseline and found himself wide open. Good move by Price to dump it inside. And Coach Gaines trying to coach Connor Price on how to get out of that double team a little more quickly next time. But Colt Moore, the freshman, to the line for a big opportunity as Coda Chavez with his second foul.
It's going to be some big free throws here for the freshman.
3:29 remaining. Boomers trail 50-43. First free throw for Moore. Splashes home. His first points. As taken Fitchy, excuse me, checks in for Coda Chavez. Chavez to the bench with his 2 fouls and 11 points. Second free throw for Moore. That one off the front of the rim short, but find it for the board as Hutchins works out to Price. Left corner for three. It fades off the rim, but Price collects it back, trying to kick it out. It's turned over as stolen away by Tucker. As they go left side, Guerrero, checked by Price, races to the paint, driving on Neal, and the layup goes. Tough take for Cannon Guerrero with 21 of the 52 for Cushing. 8-point lead for the Tigers. Top the key, Neal with it for the Boomers. Right side to Moore, baseline to Price inside, double team. Kicks out to Hutchins left wing, drives to the paint, floats one up off the glass with the right hand, and it goes. He's got 9. Boomers though trail by 6 with 2:50. Clock starting to run a little thin. As Boomers trying to get out of the press, or Cushing is, they work it left side to Fitchy. He collects it in the corner, goes up top to Guerrero. The 21, Cannon Guerrero, a double team comes. More on him, and he loses the handle. Oh, they say a foul as the Boomers were poking at him. Thought Guerrero lost the handle, but said the foul with 2:34 remaining.
Connor Price is going to pick up
his fourth. Second of the quarter for the Boomers.
So we'll have another substitution in here.
As Roman Tucker checks out, gives way to Lane Wood with his 4 fouls. So both Woods in the ball game. On the far side, Fitchy inbounds to Max Wood, down inside to Hilligoss. His layup off the glass and good. It sticks. So Hilligoss with 11. Back to a 8-point advantage. Boomers within the backcourt as they trail 54-46. They work the right corner to Hutchins. To Sunderland on the wing. Back to Hutchins. Open. Takes the 3. It's off the back iron. Rebound scooped up by Max Wood underneath. 2:10 to go. Cushing could push it to a 10-point advantage yet again. High on the left wing, Max Wood sees the double team coming, throws it right to Connor Price, and Price got knocked down. They called the foul. Thought they were going to call for just a second. He got collided with, but that was Guerrero picking up the foul. It's his second, third of the quarter for Cushing as Price collects himself. And Westland Christian, do want to update you over on K101, has defeated Omega 57-52 in Class B areas at Enid. On the inbound for the Boomers, Price takes it, goes right side to Hutchins, top the key to Neal. Back over in the right corner, Price launches the 3 in rhythm, it just rims out. Rebound though by Sunderland underneath, has the fight for it, floats it ahead, Price tips it out to Neal in the left corner, or the left high wing, excuse me. He's double teamed, tries to go to Hutchins, collects it, drives, flips it down to Sunderland, loses it off the knee, turned over by Cushing, and a foul on the Boomers on the loose ball with 1:35 remaining. Tough break for the Boomers on the possession. Let's see who they get the foul. And they get Connor Price, and if so, 35, excuse me. That's Sunderland, his 4th. A third of the quarter for the Boomers. If I was on Price for a minute, that would have sent Price out of the ball game.
So both Connors with 4 fouls.
Yeah. 54-46, Woodward trails. 1:35 left. Boys trying to continue their season. But they're on defense. They have to come up with a stop as Fitchy on the far side, the trigger man. Gets it into Max Wood, high left wing. Finds Guerrero, across the timeline, top key, kicks over Lane Wood. Cushing works around, back to Max Wood, left side. Up top to Fici, guarded tightly by Moore, the freshman. Moore sticking with him and fouls him at the timeline. Moore picks up his first, and that's foul number 4 of the quarter for the Boomers. Minute 22 to go in the ballgame. Still trailing by 8. On the far side, Hilligoss, the trigger man, counts on up to about 3, gets it into Guerrero, and he's fouled quickly by Moore, who kind of pushes him. And that's foul number 5 of the quarter for the Boomers. So free throws coming for Guerrero. As Coach Gaines talks more about that one. So Cannon Guerrero with 21 points for Cushing of their 54, and he's at the line for 2 big free throws with their 21 remaining. The rest of the Tigers backed off. As Guerrero's first free throw off the front of the rim, no good. So remains an 8-point ball game. Second free throw coming for Guerrero. Collects, dips, and shoots. That one rattles in, so he splits it. 22 points for Cannon Guerrero. Boomers trail by 9, 55-46. Neal, top the key the other way, left side to Hutchins. Had more in the paint, but didn't find him. Swing back to Price. Cushing pushing out with the man defense, almost the zone. Over to Sunderland, left corner, collects, takes the 3, that's off the rim. Rebound, fought for, scooped up by Cushing, and Lane Wood with a minute to go. They lead 55-46. Across the timeline, Guerrero wanting the foul, finally get one, as Moore Boston picks up his 3rd of the quarter. And back to the line goes Guerrero.
As we'll see, the big man.
Zane Watson, yep, stepping in, maybe trying to get some boards. A little defense for offense substitution. Guerrero's first free throw up, and that falls. So he's got 23. Takes out Connor Sunderland.
The junior.
Sunderland with 12. As Coach Christensen puts in his own big man, takes out Fici, and answers for the first time with Jasper Skelton. Or Skelton, excuse me. Second free throw for Guerrero, that falls as well. So he's got 24. Boomers trail by 11 with 54 seconds. Right corner, Hutchins for the 3. Double team, that rims out. Rebound by Neal underneath. Puts it up, gets the foul. Oh, they wave it off. They say a jump ball. Neal got it and put it up and in, but they waved it off and called it jump ball. Possession keeps it with Woodward, but looked like it too for Neal. Tough break.
Fortunate.
So Neal, the trigger man, beneath the left block. Slaps the ball, finds Connor Price cutting to the right block. He backs it out, goes to Moore, left wing to Neal. The corner, Hutchins launches another 3. Contested, that one splashes home for Gage Hutchins. He's got 12, and it's back to a 8-point game and a quick foul by the Boomers with 39 seconds remaining. And they get Ethan Neal his 4th. And to the free throw line goes Cushing with the 39 seconds. As Hilligoss, the senior, steps to the line with 11 points. Boomers hoping for 2 misses. They're going to have to get a couple more quick 3s up. Couple dribbles for Hilligoss. 3rd, spins the ball. Dips, shoots the first free throw. That's off the back iron. So it remains 57-49. Boomers trail by 8. Second free throw for Hilligoss. Couple dribbles. Spins it, dips and shoots. That one splashes home, so he splits the pair. He's got 12. 9-point ball game. Boomers trail on the right wing. Moore into Price in the corner. Back to Moore, right wing. Launches the 3 off the glass, off the rim. Too strong. Rebound collected underneath by Guerrero. Boomers trying to foul at him, and Neal just bumps him hard. With 26 seconds remaining, that's 5th for Ethan Neal. The senior goes out with his 12 points. Carter Reed up off the bench, giving Ethan a hug. As Carter Reed checks in, and it's looking a little slim for the Boomers as Guerrero hits the line with his 24. Boomers trail 58-49 with 26 seconds remaining. First free throw for Guerrero. That one goes halfway in and falls out. So, the Boomers needed that. Still trailing by 9, 58-49. But you're going to have to hit some quick 3s. Second free throw on the way for Guerrero. That one pops out as well. Rebound taken by Hutchins. Puts ahead to Reed to Price on the right side in the corner. To Reed, floats in, going for the layup. That's too strong. Rebound fought for. Cushing able to save it as Skelnick gets it to Guerrero with 14. And pretty much the clock running thin with 10. Cushing gets it across the timeline to Skelnick. 7 seconds. And unfortunately for the Boomer boys, their 2023 season comes to a close as they fall on day one of the Cushing Regional to the Cushing Tigers, 58-49. We'll step aside for break, come back, and give you the post-game stats and get you set for what's ahead for the rest of the weekend. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
Tackle an endless to-do list every day. It may seem like a thankless job, but you know better. It's the little things that matter most. That's why you'll appreciate the enduring value of the Michelin Defender tire. Designed for doers like you, Michelin's longest-lasting tire keeps you on the go longer, so you have one less thing to worry about on your next road trip. Stop in today for miles of uncompromised safety and performance. Visit your local Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire, at 2220 Main in Woodward.
R5 in Woodward offers you the very best in custom embroidery, screen printing, and heat pressing. R5 can personalize anything from hats to hoodies, shirts to jackets, and much more, including all your Boomer gear. Visit the store at 817 Main Street in Woodward or call at 580-256-3579 to place your order today.
You've seen children at their best and at other times, and you still love them. If you've got love to give, we've got foster children who need it. Visit okfosters.org to learn more about becoming a foster parent.
Sponsored by Oklahoma Human Services.
Dear VetTix, thank you for a great experience and for your support of the military and veterans.
Thank you so much, VetTix. Our family has gone through a lot the last few years, and this gave us a nice break.
Every empty seat at a concert, game, or a special event is a missed opportunity to say thank you to a veteran. Give your extra tickets to VetTix. Give something to those who gave. For more information on how you can make a difference, go to vettix.org.
And welcome back to Boomer Basketball, Z92, KMZ, FM Woodward, Dakota Widener, and Tyler Riggs with you. Also on Boomer TV, and unfortunately the Boomer boys fall 58-49. Their regular season comes to a close at 10-15, falling to the Tigers, who are now 15-9 on the season. Looking at some of the post-game stats for Cushing, Cannon Grill with a big 24 for the Tigers today. Showing out was the junior John Hilligoss with 12 points, Coda Chavez with 11 off the bench as well for Cushing, the three big leaders for them. On the Boomer side, the senior Ethan Neal in his last game doing all he could. He had 12 points in this one, also with 12. Gage Hutchins and Connor Sunderland, all three players lead the Boomers with 12 apiece. Got 7 for Carter Reed, 4 for Aaron Laredo, a point for Colt Moore, as well as Connor Price for the Boomers. And Dakota, the boys tried to put up the fight. It was a tied ball game after the first quarter, but Cushing just able to find that bubble, kind of going into the halftime and into the second half, just able to kind of hold the Boomers at bay. The quarter scoring, by the way, sorry to cut you off there.
You're good.
Boomers did win the second quarter, or the second half, 13-12 in the third, 18-17 in the fourth, but you were trailing by 11, obviously, at the half. So,
you know, just around that 11-9 point mark is just kind of where it stuck with. The highest it got was 13, the lead for the Cushing Tigers. And then after that kind of happened, just the Boomers, they did everything to stick with Cushing, just kind of every play scoring wise and defense. But, you know, if Cushing didn't get out to that 9 to 10 point lead there, closer to the second, I think the Boomers may have got this one there in the second half. Just unfortunate. Boomers, you know, fall this game and they end their season. But man, really put on a good performance in the first year under head coach Kaylee Gaines.
You know, and was really finding their stride late in the season. We talked about 4 and 5 wins heading into the playoffs. Obviously run into Weatherford, the #1 team in the state, to start the districts, but fought hard here today against a good Cushing team. And you know, the positive news, although as much as you hate it for a guy like Ethan Neal, the senior, who had, I mean, Dakota, you want to talk about growth. We saw this guy from his freshman years. I mean, really, to be honest, this was a guy that came to the program with only size. That was about it. He had some length, right, and really worked, put in a lot of effort, and developed himself into a really nice player. Going to miss a guy like that for the Boomers next year. Caleb Luth, who we mentioned, although we didn't get to really see him on the court this year, felt like he was going to have kind of a similar year to Ethan, where it was a culmination of a lot of hard work. But other than that, you know, you're bringing back a lot of these pieces. Connor Price, Connor Sunderland, Carter Reed, Gage Hutchins, Ben Cheat, Aaron Laredo coming back. I mean, it's all these guys coming back. Cole Moore, the freshman. And then some of that 8th grade group that we know is very talented. It's got Kane Gaines in it, Coach Gaines' son, kind of leading that group. It's going to be a fun team next year, I think, for the boys.
You know, something that I noticed this team did really improved on throughout the year was their team chemistry from the beginning of the year till now. In my eyes, the guys they weren't playing fundamentally good together the first couple weeks of basketball. Then you hit January 1st, you know, the first game I think was on the 2nd, and the team chemistry there was just kind of really progressed throughout the season, and to see where they came from at the beginning of the season to now at the end, the guys have come a long way. You only are really not returning one of your true starters, Ethan Neal, due to injury. But other than that, you know, you mentioned that you're bringing all those guys back. The chemistry is going to be good. The confidence is going to be there. And you mentioned the 8th grade group just lost 2 games, I believe, on the season. And that group is well known, and it's going to be a very good squad next year. And I can't wait.
Well, and you go from a position of not having a ton of experience to having a lot of experience on court coming back. With that said, so what does that mean for us tomorrow on Z92 and Boomer TV? It means we'll be back here at 6 o'clock. The girls will look to take on the Lincoln Christian Sky Took a Loser. That game being played at 6 o'clock tonight. The loser of that game faces Woodward here at Cushing tomorrow at 6 o'clock. We have that coverage on Z92 and Boomer TV. And look forward to seeing what the girls could do. Last year, again, ran through that regional constellation, got to Aries, but we'll see if they can continue on their march for the boys, again, ending their season at 10-15. As far as road to the Big House coverage today, not quite done as far as the Enid area goes. Kate Kinney has the 7:30 game tonight with Timberlake and Balco boys. That should be a heck of a ball game. Advise you to tune into that one, and he will continue that Enid coverage tomorrow for that area, both potentially all 4 of those games at the 1:30, the 2:30, the 6, and 7:30, depending on how the rest of the day shakes out. We'll update you on that on the K101 morning show as far as the full coverage. Well, folks, thank you all for tuning in, whether it be on Z92 or Boomer TV. Big shout out to Sean Kelly.